Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's lovely to have you here. It's November the 21st, 7:30 Central Time in the morning, and we're green again, consistently beating the market, consistently beating Warren Buffett, consistently beating, I don't know, Fred Bloggs the Dustman. I have no idea. Overall, we're doing very well. We had the odd red day, but of course we do. We have red days, but overall, things look pretty good. When we're up big time. Anyway, let's have a little look and see where we are. This is the portfolio this morning, and we're just down on the Roth IRA at the moment. The overall portfolio is touching 56,910. Very nice indeed. Very, very good. Love it. Okay. Let's go through our positions and see what's up. We've got some reviews today. We're going to be very, very busy. Got some major videos coming out, some reviews that we have to do, competitions that we've got coming out, all kinds of stuff for you. I won't be here on Thursday, of course, because it's Thanksgiving. It's just the stock market is closed. But we're back to normal, of course, on Friday. Right, let's have a little look. Let's go for our positions. If it's your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel and giving us a thumbs up. And thank you very much indeed. Mike was the first in the live show. Best YouTube channel in the world. There you go. That's how good this channel is. Welcome everybody on. Thanks, Mike. Welcome everybody over there on TikTok. Tap the like button with two fingers like that. We've got one spot a day if you become a subscriber. See the little star there? If you click subscribe there, become one of my Lucas aides. I will promote your channel for you and introduce your profile to my 38,000 followers. Happily do that. I'll do videos and tag you in it and invite people to follow you. So it's a great way to grow your channel if you want to do so. All right, okay, let's move along. And we have little competitions on TikTok in the morning as well. So if I share with you my TikTok account right now, if I log into there, look, put it on the screen, and you can see there I am on TikTok this morning. Oh, someone is tapping the like button. That wasn't me. Who was that doing that? That was me banging the screen. No, if you tap this is me. That's me tapping the screen right now. But if you tap the screen like that with two fingers, it'll highlight your name. And let's see who becomes a subscriber today. Click the little star button up there, and we have a little, I'll promote your channel. All right, okay, get straight back into our trades. Let's have a look at where we are this morning. All right, now then, we're looking at, of course, Virgin Galactic is down 0.89 today. Virgin Galactic is down for the first time in ages, 42% up on it now. I'm very, very happy. Not selling it at all. Don't want to sell it. We've had a great run, 38% over the month, looking very nice indeed. I'm up 42%, so very nice. Palantir, I'd like to buy it. I want to buy it, but it's too expensive. Welcome to Zach. Zach, I'm working on your video as well today. Lots of things I'm trying to catch up on today. So Zach's got a special video coming out, and we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers so we can do some more fundraisers on our music channel. So very, very happy about that. Hi all, says Stephen Lewandowski. Yes, best YouTube channel in the world, Zach. Fantastic. Lovely to have you here. This is one of our charities that we support over there in Uganda. All right, the S&P is down slightly. Amazon is down. I want to buy it if it goes cheaper. Apple is down. I want to buy it. Next Tier Energy hardly moved. Enphase, we are nearly at $100, the magic number. Psychologically, it's important if we hit $100 on this stock. Coca-Cola bouncing around. I'm at 4% now. Got some great dividends. $550 of dividends, not just Coca-Cola, but across all my dividend stocks, paying in December. It's the highest I've ever had, so I'm very excited about that. J&J back up again, broke that 150, or at least hit 150. That's a very important number as well for J&J. Kenvue is flat at the moment. Chevron down very slightly. Warren Buffett sold it. J&J he sold. They've got a video coming out about that as well. Tesla is up. Rivian. McDonald's is down slightly, but I'm at 167 now. Google is just about up still. Microsoft going down now, all the drama going on at ChatGPT. But I'd like to buy it much cheaper than this if I was going to buy it. Walmart's going sideways now. I bought it here on the earnings, and I managed to get a little pop on it, like 3% and out. I'd like it, but it's unfortunately too expensive at the moment, so I'm not buying it. All right, I'm waiting. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Tesco, too dear. Tilray, I'm out of it. Robinhood, good. It's flat today. I'm down 6%. I'm not buying any more unless it goes below $8. IonQ, too expensive. I'm out of this stock. It's where is it now? Where's my position? I sold my position completely. Yeah, I sold it. Rocket Lab going up today. We've got the flight around the corner. Fantastic. Very good indeed. Just around the corner. In fact, in less than a week, we'll be covering it hopefully live on the show. Oh, talking of which, covering it live on the show, I've got a couple of things. Hi, Zach from Bill. Martin, what do you think about Alibaba? I know the risks, but the stock is massively undervalued. I wouldn't buy it, Mitch, but if you become a member of the channel, I will do a full stock review on it for you. And then you can get to share the video around and all the rest of it. I'll happily do that for you. If you do a super thanks and super chat, I'll even buy stock in it as part of the making of the video, Mitch NL. So I can do that for you. But without reviewing it properly, I haven't got an opinion. I don't tend to buy Chinese stocks. Don't like the manipulation. But there you go. Hi, Mike. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Lance. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Craig. Hi, Craig. All right. Run a poll here. Run a poll. Question to the audience. Should... Hang on, what should I put? Would you join me after hours for the NVIDIA earnings? I haven't got it posted. I wasn't going to do it, but would you join me after hours for the NVIDIA earnings? Yes or no? Okay. If we get a majority of people, I will do the NVIDIA earnings. All right. Hi, Bill. Hi, Craig. Plug Power. Plug Power. What about Plug Power? We did a review, I think, recently on Plug. Probably due another one. But, yeah, it's down today. I won't buy it until it goes down to 3. That's when I'll buy more of it. I can do a full review on that if we want to. Have we done a review on Plug Power? Let me have a little look. Videos. If I go to the playlist, that's probably the easiest way. And we've got playlist. Alpha Spread. There we go. There's our playlist. What have we got in the playlist here? We've got in the playlist, we've got Canopy Growth, we've got Stone, Aurora, Carnival, Nikola, AMC, T2, Archer, Farfetch, GoPro, Fisker, Medifast, Arbor, Uber, Blink, Palantir. No, we do not have a review. There's 16 in the series. And if you want to follow all my reviews, I will give you the... I will give you the playlist. How do I share that playlist? How do I share that playlist? That's a good question. How do I share that playlist? How do I share that playlist? Where is it? It's the Alpha Spread playlist. I could actually feature that playlist. In fact, that's what I probably will do after the show. I will feature. There it is. There it is. View full playlist. There you go. Now you can share it. View full playlist. That's how I should have done it. And copy. Okay, there we go. Review playlist. Full review playlist. If you want to get a full list of all the a full list of the reviews. I might actually feature that on the page. Full review playlist. There you go. I'll pin that to the top for the minute so you can find it. If you want to bookmark that, you might want to follow that entire series. I don't know. Anyway, let me come back to the homepage. All right. Okay, there we go. Right, let's have a look. Quick sip of my tea out of my Martyn Lucas mug, which you can get from the shop. There you go. Remember, if you have one of these mugs, you always make money. It's like guaranteed. It's like a magic mug. It's like if you know, it's like guaranteed it is. Anyway, we're going to be very busy on the show today because we have some reviews to do. We've got a competition to do. No one's interested in NVIDIA. Would you join me after hours for the NVIDIA earnings? 82% no? That's unusual. That's unusual. That really, what have I done? Have I upset everybody or what? 82% are saying no. You wouldn't join me after hours for the NVIDIA earnings. Well, I've never had a review. I've never had a poll like that. We've now learned that everyone can vote, non-members and members, but nobody's interested in NVIDIA earnings. Wow, I've never seen that. Only 17%. Wow. Wow. I'm amazed by that. Why is that? Just don't want to see the earnings? You're not interested in it? Everyone's busy? It's too expensive, Martin. It is too expensive. Hey, good morning all. Seth Houston, been a member for 2 months. He's a bronze member. Seth, are you upgraded now on Discord? Because you've got your 2 months badge now. We can upgrade you on Discord. I don't remember if you're on Discord. Let me give you the link. And what you do is you go into the welcome all, and I'll upgrade you. This is the welcome all. If you go over here into the welcome all, here like this, you write hello down here, somewhere down here, and I can upgrade you. You may have already done it. I apologize if I've forgotten, but just go hello, hello. I'll put hello Seth. There you go. Hello Seth. All right, and I can upgrade you. I don't know if you've been done or not. Anyway, yeah, NVIDIA is too much for me. Too much at a point for me at this time in my life. I love it. Don't like NVIDIA. No one's in. Okay, fair enough. I was thinking, why wouldn't anyone want to do it? Anyway, expensive stock. Yeah, yes, I am. Not sure if I'm upgraded. Okay, well, Seth, just come in here, and I'll make sure that you are. Just come into the welcome all. If you can't, it's because you've not entered it yet. But yeah, come on in here, and I'll upgrade you. All right. Anyway, I can check. Make sure. Red day for a lot of those stocks pre-market today. Yes, but we're green here in the studio. We're always green until we're red. Anyway, Palantir, I want to buy it. Busy, Lance Strength. Oh, okay. So now I'm feeling better now because I'm thinking, do you want to do the earnings? And I always get like 80, 90% yes. Right, there's Seth. Let me check. I may have already upgraded you, but I want to check. Seth Houston, which is the same name, so we haven't got to do a nickname. That's good. Are we friends? Let's make sure. Remove friend. No, we're friends. We're friends. I've already done it then. Rolls. Yeah, Rolls as YouTube member. There he is. Brilliant. Great. Now then, breakfast bar. Every morning, come into the breakfast bar. Hope we can all do well. Hope we all do well today. Nice one. Nice one, Mike. Thank you. Every morning, come into the breakfast bar, take a picture, share it, say hello. You can go into stock news, share your favorite stocks. I put a video out about stock Virgin Galactic. You can go and give it a like. You can give it a thumbs up. You can do all those little things like that. Let's see. You can go and do that. All right. Very, very easy. Like that. Crypto news, any crypto news, Sensei show was there. You can go and give that a like. YouTube live. This is where we just went live now. If you don't, if you missed the shows, you know what shows I did. That's the purpose of all of this. All right. But every morning pop in. So we've upgraded you, so you're all good. Thank you, Seth, for taking part in that little test. All right, okay. Busy, said Lance. Depending on NVIDIA forecast, may drive the market higher. Yeah, it's an important stock to watch, though. Liam Laffey. Right. I am going to get busy today, catching up with some reviews. Also, some... we are slightly red. Let's go red for a minute. For some reviews. Also, we've got a special Warren Buffett video I'm working on. And I know we've got a birthday, I think tomorrow, a day early because of Thanksgiving. That's good. We do that. And also, I've got a competition starting for one of our members as well. I think he was here earlier. Let's have a little look, scroll up. Did I see him in the chat? No, I don't think I did. Anyway, I've got a competition starting soon as well. Right. Palantir wants to come back to 15. I hope it does. Then I'll start buying it. But it's just, I can't buy at this price. Especially as I'm using margin right now, so I can't just be all in, just keep buying and buying and buying. Right, okay. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to our next review. Now, if you're a member of the channel, we do reviews. And the review that we've got this morning is BYRN. Liam Laffey is next. And then we've got Indie Bones, Envex, Disney for Michelle, Charge Point, Nikunj, Mark Saxby, Figs, Patrick Moritz, Tui, Omar, Indy, Ree wants, Jose Quintana wants Ree, Paul Knowles wants Sidu, Jordan Allen wants MRTN, James TMF, Jordan Allen wants NVO. So if you are a member, you can book in a review. It will go to the bottom of the list unless you do a super chat. Right now, any super chat will take you to the top of the list and you'll be next. I'm going to try and knock out a few today. I'm going to be very busy. I know I won't be focusing as much on questions to the live viewers, but I want to get some reviews done. All right, welcome everybody over there on TikTok. First person to click the star today. We only have 1 star available a day, where I will promote your promote your profile on TikTok and help you grow. All right, if you want me to make a promotion to get everybody to follow you, I will. Right, Palantir wants to come back to 15, says Paul Knowles. Right, let's get ready. So is Seth Houston in the house? I believe he is. Let me line up our next one then. We're going to do try and get a couple done this morning if we can. BYRN. So BYRN. Burner Technologies. Burner, or is it Biner? How do you pronounce that? Burner, I'm going to say. I hope I got that right. Is this the stock you are talking about, Seth? If it is, just confirm to me. BYRN. Burner Technologies. I'm sure it is. Yes, I am. Yes, he is. Good. La li la. Right. Okay. Right. We'll line that up there. Let's load up the software here with Alpha BYRN. Limited information. Unfortunately, from the company, that's always a negative, but it is what it is. Can't change that. All right. Let's load it up here as well. We want BYRNA Technologies. Okay. Lethal equipment and munitions, blimey. Let's have a look. Wow. What a website this is. What a company this is. All right. Aerospace and defense. All right. Okay, we're getting a good feel for it. Okay, company information, profile. All right. Load it up, load it up, load it up. That's how long has it been around for? 2005. Let's run a, let me bring you back to my portfolio just a minute. Okay. Yeah, we're red at the moment. And we'll go through in a minute and see what's going down. See what's bringing us down. And we're going to load this in with BYRN. BYRN. And we're going to put 100% of our money into it. And then we're going to compare to the S&P. I'm going to put 100% of our 10 grand into it as well. There we go. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Since I'm just loading this up now, since 2018, you do pretty well. Okay. Right, we're looking at it from a CO2 powered handgun. Interesting stuff. Right, we shall be covering all this in a minute then. We've loaded it all up. What's going down this morning? Well, Virgin Galactic is bringing us down at the moment. Palantir, we're looking for a discount. Gold is going up. The S&P is down. Amazon, would love to buy some Amazon. I'm completely out of it. It's all too expensive. Next year, Energy, Enphase Energy, just trimming off. Coca-Cola, J&J, holding everything up for me, doing its job, acting as my foundation and support, which is doing very well. We can afford a red day today. That wouldn't be a bad thing. To rebalance and a correction wouldn't be bad at all. Can't just keep going up and up every day. It doesn't make any sense. It's healthy to have a bit of trimming off and then go again. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm just checking all the stocks, what we're looking at. Right, we've got half an hour, so we can do this now. This is our next review. So I'm going to put this now to the top. Seth Houston, your review's coming up now. I'm going to put it right to the top. There we go. And we are 25 minutes. 25. Right. Let's get into it. It's going to be interesting, this one. Let me just pull up some latest news as well. BYRNA technology stock news. What's the latest news on it? No, we don't want that. If they're going to play silly buggers, we don't want it. Okay, well, you can use that. All right, bring that into play. All right, let me just make sure I've lined that up. Okay. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll cover that in a minute. All right, good. Good. Market pullback today. Hopefully space doesn't multiply the overall pullback. No, I don't think so. As you know, Martyn 1988, it's healthy to have a pullback. I think it's great. California actually, as far as I know, is trying to incorporate them into their police force. Let me add that as a favorite, as a quote there. Okay. No space news today, John. Right. So we're going to make another video now for our series of reviews. I'm going to make it members only, so we don't have any silly comments coming in, because during the making of the video, you can comment live in the making of the video, and it will be in. I don't cut it out. It'll be live. I make it like that, so it's real, and everyone everyone can have a say in the video. So if you like burner technologies, I'm going to go for burner. I go Biner. Is it? But I'm going to go for burner. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Anyway, if you want to, you can comment in the video. You can do a super chat, which will read out your comment. Maybe you've got a question for me about it, or maybe you want to, or just say what you feel about it, and so on and so forth. So you can be part of the video. This is going to live forever on our playlist, our analyst playlist. And then this will go on to Alpha Spread as one of their featured reviews and reports. I report for all the major stocks on Alpha Spread, probably one of the best algorithmic soft platforms for reviewing stocks. It'll go there. So if you want to, have your say and be part of the video, then you can. All right. So, all right. Anyway, we're about to start it. And I've already got that one comment there from our sponsor today, Seth. He wanted me to do the video. All right. Okay. Yes, burner. Yeah, I thought so. Spot on. I'm glad you confirmed that before I started. That was very, very helpful. All right. Okay. Let's go straight into it then. Hey, Bill. Good morning. Lovely. Right. Half an hour before the bell goes so we can get this done before the bell. Fantastic. Right. Queen of Self-Braiding. Good morning, all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Here we go. It's time for another stock review, full analysis, deep dive into our latest stock. This is Burner Technologies, ticker symbol BYRN. In this video, we're going to start off very simple and get very, very deep into a stock. We're going to look at the balance sheet. We're going to look at the debt situation, the margin, the competition, the inside trading. Are insiders of the company trading this stock? Are they buying it? Are they selling it? We're going to look at the news. We're going to look at everything involved around Burner Technologies, the full balance sheet, the full financials, the fundamentals, the works. And we're going to start nice and simple, and then we're going to get deeper into it. And finally, at the end, we're going to do a full back test to the S&P 500 and see how much money you would have made if you'd have put $10,000 in the S&P compared to Burner. So we're going to get straight into it. We have a full review. We review all the stocks on the stock market one by one for our members. It's a service I provide to my members. It's not financial advice. I'm making this during a live video so anyone can comment and it will appear on the screen and read it out, as we do make these during a live events, and you can share your thoughts. Now, once the video comes out, if you like Burner Technologies, if you want to promote the video on YouTube, you want more people to see it, you do a super thanks under the video, and then it will promote it, because YouTube, when people start liking and sharing and super thanking a video, they push it out to more people. Right, let's get straight into it without further ado. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing and ringing the bell. I go live up to 10 hours a day, way, we aim to be the most honest, real channel on YouTube TV. That's what this is all about. All right, let's get straight into it. Burner Technologies. What is it? What is Burner Technologies? Well, we're going to start with some very, very simple information, and let's get straight in. I don't have any shares in this. I'm reviewing it for the first time, so we're just going to start very, very simple and read you the headlines. Here we go. Burner Technologies engages in development and manufacture of less lethal equipment and munitions. The firm's products include burner and SDI. It offers non-lethal weapons for military and law enforcement personnel. The company was founded on March the 1st, 2005 and headquartered in MA, Andover, MA. The listed name of Burner is Burner Technologies. Right, okay. The CEO is Brian Scott Gans. So we're dealing with a less lethal equipment manufacturer. This is very interesting, especially for me from England, as we don't have guns in England. So this is a very interesting one. I've got all kinds of views about guns. You don't want to ask me right now. We'll be here for hours. Employees, 154. So it's obviously a small company. Andover, Massachusetts, of course, founded in 2005. Now then, should you wish to purchase this stock using using margin. I'm in margin at the moment. There's lots of reason to be and lots of reason not to be. It does amplifies your losses and your gains, but very risky. Robinhood is giving 100% maintenance requirement, which regards the stock as very high risk. Lowest is 25%, so it's high risk for if you were to purchase this with margin. The market cap's a very, very small company, 116.92 million. 52-week high, 1038. Price to earnings ratio. This is important. This is what you're paying for the stock and what you're going to get in return. Negative $15.52. So it's losing money. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. When the company start up, it has to have capital investment. It has to build out the company. It's spending a lot of money. So you're investing at the beginning. And you can be losing money. That's perfectly normal. Tesla was losing money at the beginning, and so was Amazon and Apple and everybody else. All right, 52-week low, $2.19. So we can see the volatility there between the high and the low. Extremely volatile stock. Non-dividend paying, of course. It's a growth stock. Has it hit its S-curve? I doubt it, but we'll discuss that later on. Average volume, 53,000. No volume today at all. And we are at 8 o'clock. Well, as you can see, 4 minutes past 8 Central Time. So the markets have been open for a while. Not the bell hasn't gone, but the pre-market has, but no volume at all yet on this stock, right? That gives you an indication of how it might trade. Let's look at the very basic chart first of all. We will get very deep in a minute. Some people say to me, why are your charts so simple? We're starting off simple. It gets much, much more meaty in a few moments' time. To give you an example, we will be looking at the balance sheet and the intrinsic values, the financials, in a few moments. But right now, we are just looking at the basic stuff. I'll make no apologies to that. It's just an introduction. There you go. Now you can see it IPO'd here back in 21. We had a nice little pop. 2021, we were still getting IPOs to pop. IPO, initial public offering. It's not that popular anymore as it was around sort of just after COVID, and not tending to be that popular. Things don't work out that well. They tend to pop and then they disappear, as we have seen here. We got that initial pop it went up as high as $29, fell away all the way down, and we've been continually trending down ever since. We're starting to pick up recently at a low here of 224 thereabouts. It may have been more or less, but this is a very simple chart at the moment. And then start to go up again. All right. Okay. Now then, let's look at some of the most recent earnings on the stock. If we look back here, we can see it's losing money. It was trending up towards becoming profitable, and just for a moment it was, which was very, very nice for the company. We want to know then, and we can find this information out from the website, and we'll show you the website in a minute. You can go there and do your research and find out, looking at the investor pages, what news drove this and what news happened to bring it down here. And we want to know that because that tells us how the stock more likely will trade in the future. I am not a huge fan of charts, as you know. I'm more interested in building relationships with those that work at the company through my X account, Instagram, learning about the company, the innovation, the balance sheet, the financials, what the company are actually doing. More of a Warren Buffett approach, if you like, than just staring at charts trying to predict the future based upon past events. But I would be more interested to know what event occurred here and what event occurred here. So you can do your own research on that. The analysts were suggesting that the stock would do better than it would, and it kept missing. But nevertheless, it moved up, consistently moved up. Then we fell away, moved up again, and now we had a big miss in Q3 of 23, a big miss, and it brought us all the way back down. In fact, it brought us back down below the first report we have here on 22, so of Q1. So that's not good. That doesn't look very good, but it could be to do with capital expenditure and all the rest of it. Anyway, let's have a look at the sentiment of the stock before we go into the financials and balance sheet and other things. Workhorse, Ford, Robinhood, Tilray. These are other companies that investors who invest in this one invest in. Does that make sense? That gives you the indication of how the stock will trade because it tells you the sort of people that are buying it. It's not saying Amazon or Google or Apple or whatever. It's given you Nikola, which is extremely vulnerable, a penny stock. Teladoc, one of Kathy Wood's favorites. I'm not too sure about this one. Tilray Brands, I don't like that either. I used to. Very, very violent, very aggressive volatility on that one. A lot of false news, a lot of hopes and dreams. Robinhood, I do like Robinhood, but Robinhood does have, and I'm in with Robinhood, but Robinhood does have a lot of negative press. A lot of people still talk about GameStop, a lot of short interest and so on. Ford doesn't make any money. Sort of an old passionate belief in one day it will kind of thing. You got to be in the American dream, but Ford doesn't make any money for anybody, right? Other than those that own the CEO and everybody else. But anyway, so that gives me an indication of how the stock will trade. It's got some good stocks in here, some very high risk, and some extremely low returns. So it just gives you a flavor of the way the stock might trade. Anyway, moving along, what we're going to do now is take a look at some news around the stock, and also we're going to have a look at the company website and learn a bit more about the company. Now, we talked about it being a company that makes less fatal, if you like, munitions. Let's have a look at it here. This is their website, burner.com. You can go and have a look for yourself, and then you can check out the investor relations page, which is important, I think, for you to go and look at the news of what changed the position of the stock. So, as you can see, it's got these guns here that I've just learned are CO2, I believe. So, a very different thing. Looks like the sort of thing that the police or law enforcement would use to, disable their criminals or whatever you like. But anyway, there's a quick look at the homepage of their website, and that's important to get an indication of how this looks because it's not just telling the story of the company, but it's also talking to the investor should you wish to get into the invest in it. Business description: Burner Technologies is a technology company specializing in the areas of personal security devices, military, law enforcement, correction, and private security. The company develops and manufactures innovative, less lethal equipment and munitions. Now, that is a key word for me. When I invest, I'm looking for innovative and proprietary. Like Apple is the only Apple, right? There's no competition to Apple. Virgin Galactic, Robinhood, Tesla. They're all companies that are on their own, doing their own thing, unique and so on. I love seeing innovative and I love seeing proprietary. Proprietary wasn't in there, but that's the sort of thing I am looking for. Let's look at some, just give you a quick blast of the financials for a second, but then we're going to go into you the news. So I'm just going to show you what's coming up in a minute as we go down. And we have a full score, a solvency score, and a profitability score to share with you in a minute after we've run it through our software. So going back to some latest news about the stock. Investing in Burner Technologies 5 years ago would have delivered you a 225% gain. We're going to go back in detail in a moment and compare that to the S&P 500. So very, very important to do that. So let's have a quick look at what Yahoo say about this. When you buy shares in a company, it's worth keeping in mind the possibility that could fail and you could lose your money. But on the bright side, if you buy shares in a high quality company at the right price, you can gain well over 100%. For example, Burner Technologies. Share price has soared 225% in the last decade. Most would be very happy with that. In more good news, the share price has risen 50% in the last 30 days. Okay, something going on right now then. So let's investigate and see if the longer term performance of the company has been in line with the underlying business progress. Given that Burner Technology didn't make any profit in the last 12 months, we'll focus on revenue growth to form a quick review of its business. We're going to look at the numbers in detail. Just reading this review here, just briefly from Yahoo, and then I'll move on, okay? When a company doesn't make profits, we generally expect to see good revenue growth. That's because fast revenue growth can easily be extrapolated to forecast profits, often of considerable size. For the last half decade, Burner Technologies can boast revenue growth at a rate of 54% per year, even measured against other revenue-focused companies. That's a good result. Meanwhile, its share price performance certainly reflects the strong growth, given the share price grew at 27% per year compound during the period. This suggests the market as well and has well and truly recognized the progress in the business has made. To our minds, that makes Burner Technologies worth investing. It may have its best days ahead. Okay, just a quick, brief review. We won't continue there for the moment. We'll carry on back to the financials that I've prepared for you. And then we'll finish up with the short interest, if anyone's short in the stock, inside trading, and then compare it to the S&P. Now we can see from the financials here that we've got 48 million, and we can see the growth the company had. Analysts now are projecting slightly flat though, nothing exciting there. So that would suggest perhaps not by now. We've had, you could say, if you think that this company is topped out, it's saturated the market, if you believe that, that is an S-curve. Flat, up like an S, and then flatten off. Has it had its S-curve? Is it now time to sit out and wait for a drop? Or is that just its initial offering, its initial pop? As you can see, over 5 years, 16,464%. Over 1 year, 14%. And the most recent range is 11%. Operating income up 29%. In its recent range, which is 7.5 million loss at the moment. Net income down negative of 7.9 million, an improvement of 28%. So things are moving in the right direction. Cash flow, 17.1 million negative. That's down 0.6%. Capital expenditure, spending a lot of money, and then looks like we are potentially tailing off. Expectations from an analyst expecting, in fact, in 2022, we have some out-of-date information here on this particular stock. Sometimes we don't receive all the information, so we can't run everything through our analyst software. Anyway, operating cash flow, you can see, is negative as well. Right, now look at the balance sheet. The balance sheet is very, very important. This is what tells us the health of the company. We got 57 million in assets and 11.1 million in liabilities. So we're on the right side of that. We don't want 80, 90% in liabilities. That puts the company in real risk of insolvency and margin and profitability and all the rest of it, okay? If we look at the the liability position is 11.1 million. We can go through it. Accounts payable is 3.8. Accrued liabilities 4.7 million. Other current liabilities 458. Doesn't seem to show any long-term debt or any debt like that at all, just running costs, if you will. So that's looking quite healthy for the company. The efficiency of the company now makes 45% margins, which are better than it has in the past. We've got a better range now. Okay, good. Operating margin is negative 26%. Net margin is negative of 76%. It was a lot worse. Things are improving over time. Okay, looking good. Now then, this is what our solvency score will tell us, and profitability. And of course, the company isn't making huge profits at the moment, but it might show you the potential growth. Profitability score, we're going to give it 29% in the red. No surprise there. Negative margins, we can see that. So 29% right now, not really making any profit yet. It's investing and so on and so forth. However, what is good, and let me just show you how we come to that conclusion. Exceptional 3 years revenue growth, exceptional revenue growth forecast, positive gross profit, and our return ROIC is increasing. Okay, good. Now then, we looked at the balance sheet. I'm pretty sure when I reveal this will be good. No debt. Right. 80% solvency score. This is good. Very, very good. We don't want to invest in a company that's likely to go bankrupt. 80 out of 100, very, very green. You don't get it much higher than this. It doesn't have any debt. It's a very small company though, looking very, very good. That's good. Low DE, long-term solvency, short-term solvency, high Altman said score. All good. We like that. We like that. Very, very good indeed. Okay. Wall Street and analysts targets. Right. Let's have a look. On the upside, if we give it to the highest forecast, Wall Street are giving it 113% upside. Okay. Not bad at all, right? Average 70%. Worst case scenario, 33%. So Wall Street are giving you a really good return, way above the S&P, which is 10 to 15%. So it's a good one. It doesn't have any debt. It hasn't made any money yet, but it's got the potential to make a lot of money. This is a good one for me if you like this sector, if this interests you. All right, let's look at... we won't cover the competitive landscape. You can go into more detail comparing margins, profits, balance sheets with other companies. I will give you the link at the end of this video, and you might want to go and check out the software. My members get a lifetime discount, which makes my membership free. You can also get a free plan as well, so you can go and check that out. Insider trading. Now, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. October the 19th, very recently, North David, Chief Financial Officer, bought $4,800 worth of BYRN shares. Okay, recent. No selling. The CFO has bought some shares. Now, that's a small amount of shares. It could be just to put some good PR out there. But nevertheless, the CFO, the man in charge of the money, has bought his shares into the company. Very, very good. That's a very good sign. We like to see that. Insiders buying the stock themselves. Very, very good indeed. All right. Now then, is this a good time to buy? We don't have the full intrinsic value. We can't run it. We don't have enough figures yet. The company haven't made any money yet, so we can't produce all the numbers, I'm afraid. But nevertheless, you can see the chart movement here over time, the price movement over time. Now then, let's scroll down a minute. Let's have a look at I'm looking for the short interest. There it is. Now then, short interest, it does have some short interest, 3.57. No surprise, because when we looked at the people that buy the stock, and we showed you Robinhood, we showed you, was it Tilray? did we show you Tilray? I can't remember now, but I showed you and I said volatile stock, the sort of stock that has very aggressive shareholders, people that are, pumping and dumping stock. I explained that when I showed you who was buying it, and that's why it's important to look at that. So I'm not surprised we've got some short interest. However, that's not going to bring on a short squeeze anytime soon. A good company like Apple and Google and stuff like that, they're under 1%. There's hardly any short interest at all there. So 3% isn't a concern, but there is some, and it's worth noting. All right. Okay. Anything over 20 is regarded as excessive. Once you get to excessive levels, then you start talking about short squeezes. But the famous short squeeze of GameStop was over 100%. So we just need to put that into some context. All right, now what we're going to do is our final thing is a back test. Because if you're going to invest, let's be honest, you want to know, hey, if I'm going to put my money here, what else is out there? Well, we like to compare that to the S&P 500. So let's do that. If in 2018 you put $10,000 in the S&P and $10,000 in Burner Technologies, where would you be today? Well, the S&P would have returned you $17,000. Very nice indeed in red. However, blue is Burner, and that gave us a profit of $31,214. However, only very, very recently that had happened. Very, very recently. I mean, you could have been way up here, 209,000 if you'd sold it here. But long-term investor, and that's what we try to be here, you'd have actually been worse than the S&P at this point. Okay, so something has triggered it back up. So if I was buying this now, I would want, before I put a single penny in it, would want to know what is occurring here, what occurred here, and what occurred here. And you can find out all of that on the investor relations. You can see what sort of news did all of that. And you can get an indication with sort of macro conditions, certain global events, were insecurity. Was there some reason why it did that? I don't know. You could work that out for yourself. Anyway, there is my review of Burner Technologies, a very, very interesting one. I'd like to look at the competition if I was going to buy this. So I would suggest perhaps that you do go and look at the competition page of my software that I use and see what they're doing. If they're doing something unique and original and something that you feel, is kind of proprietary, something special, maybe you'd want to buy in it. It has had some explosive growth, but it has fallen away. I would need to do that research. It's got good financials. It's not a big company. It's a very small company, but it doesn't have any debt. It's looking good. It's reducing its capital expenditure. Its margins are good, but compare those to the industry. If you can find something comparable, you need to compare it to something else. So this is an interesting one. I'm going to keep my eye on this one. I'm not going to be in today. I'm not looking to buy or sell anything. However, it's an interesting stock. If you want my referral to Alpha, what I use, my members get a lifetime discount, which makes my membership for free. Also, you can get a link there and create a free account, and also the links are also below in the description of this video. You can check out my X account where I post my trades before I make them, stuff like that. And over here, I'll put the playlist for all my reviews. I do a full list of reviews, and if I ever have any more updates on Burner Technologies, I'll put it over here, and you can then get that information over here. That's it. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Okay. Now then. That video will come out later. For Seth Houston, if when it comes out, If you want to highlight it and promote it, you do a super thank. If you want to, underneath the video, I will pin it to the top. It will highlight, and then YouTube will suggest the video. That's how it works if it gets watched in the power hour when it first comes out. All right, okay, let me just read some of the questions. Hey, Bill, good morning. Good morning, Seth. Good morning, family. Benjamin Perez. Hello, Robbie. How are you, Martin? I'm very well, thank you. What happened to Plug R3? I can do a full review on it for you. Are you allowed to? Are you allowed? And do you own a gun in Texas? Yes, I'm allowed. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't. But I am allowed as a citizen, as a green card holder. Yeah. You can eat your cake and eat it too. Wow, that's solvency score. Yes. Definitely going to buy this stock. Only wish I got in 2 weeks ago when it was at 250. But I still like it and believe in it. My birthday, October the 19th. Yes, we celebrated your birthday. Why are you mentioning that, Bill? That's a random comment. It was my birthday in March. There you go. Just thought I'd drop that in. Why would you... Wow. Thank you, Martin. You're very, very welcome. I'm glad you liked it. I'm really, really pleased that you liked it. All right. Okay. We're coming up to the bell. We're going to try and do another review, Rocket Lab as well, because we've got the flight coming up. Let's see if we can do Rocket Lab. We'll do that half an hour into the show. So we'll get the opening bell out of the way and the initial trading. And then I think we'll do Rocket Lab. Now, if anyone does a super chat, their review will go to the top. Everybody has a birthday. Yeah, everyone has a birthday. Anyway, I thought that was quite funny. Anyway, so if you do a super chat, you can get your review next. Otherwise, Liam Laffey will be next. He is for Rocket Lab. Is Liam Laffey in the house today? Let me have a look. Liam Laffey, is he here? Oh, Liam Laffey is here. He is here. Are you here? Liam Laffey, in the next half an hour, if nobody outbids you on a super chat, you will be next. And it's very important because we've got the earnings. We've got the flight for it coming up soon. Okay. We're red at the moment. Let's see how many people are with me. 54. Tap the like button. We're getting ready to ring the bell. Let's ring the bell. In fact, let's bring up the timer. Smash the like button, guys. You ready? We've got just a few seconds to go before the bell goes. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Countdown. Yes, Liam, you will be next unless anybody outbids you. And remember, you can outbid them back. If someone does $1, you can do $2, and you'll be top of the list again, and then they will be second. We're going to do it in half an hour, and it's important because it accompanies the news of the flight. So we're going to do all of that in one go. Right, let's get ready to ring the bell. You heard the bell just chiming in there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The bell has gone. You too can sponsor Sensei's bell. Sensei does all our crypto on our channel. All links are below. Go and check him out. He has a great crypto challenge. You can follow him should you wish to do so. All right, let's have a quick look then. The portfolio is red at the moment. We are giving up some gains from yesterday. That's okay. Virgin Galactic is down nearly 3%. Healthy. What we don't want to see is it down 20%. 3, 4, 5. We can live with all of that. So not a problem. Jose Quintana, I'm doing your competition today. I'm doing it. That's a promise. I am doing your competition today. All right. Anyway, let's carry on. Virgin Galactic going down. We just covered that burner. We're out of that now. Palantir had a little dip, but going back up. Gold up. S&P going down. We want to buy it. If it goes low. Amazon, we want it to go down. Apple, we want it to go down. Now, a lot of this is happening because, of course, tonight is NVIDIA earnings. NVIDIA earnings. Enphase. That's perfectly okay. We got profit taking. I'm not concerned. You said it on a video for some guy. All red. You said it on a video for some guy. I said it on a video that it was your birthday. I have no idea what you mean, Bill. Sorry, mate. I don't know what you mean. Coca-Cola is doing well. J&J. All right. J&J has broken the 150. Very, very important psychologically now, that is, for the stock. Just before Warren Buffett sold it as well, which is very, very interesting. It was 10 minutes ago. You don't remember now. Bill, I've got no idea what you mean. I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean. You said it on a video for some guy. What, that it was your birthday? I don't know what we're saying. I'm going mad, Bill. It's probably me. I wouldn't worry. Just put it down to me. It's me, innit? Rivian, McDonald's going up. This is good. Can my brother's wife call in to speak about her business whenever you have time on your live during the giveaway event? Yes, of course. Jose Quintana. That person needs to be a member, though, because they need access to Discord. They need to come onto YouTube, become a member, be a bronze member, an entry-level member, and then I can set them an account up on Discord so then they can call in. We only have members call in so we can verify the members. We don't have anybody calling in. So, yes. And, yes, you can call in. We're going to start the competition. It's going to run for a few weeks. It's going to be in the newsletter, and then on the day of that we draw the winner for the cash prize and the mug. We're going to give away a merchandise mug. That person then could phone in as we draw it. Absolutely right. You're very, very welcome. But that does need to be a member, though, so we can verify the account and so on and so forth. All right? Okay. But yes, absolutely. Right, the overall portfolio is red. I'm not overly concerned. It's down a very, very small amount. Remember, with margin, it amplifies your profits and your gains. And it's essentially Virgin Galactic is now selling. But we're down 4%. What we don't want to see is it go down like 10 to 20%. This is healthy. This is perfectly healthy. We can live with this, but we're still trending up. We've got a trend line, if you like, coming through here. I don't believe in those chart lines and stuff like that, as you all know, but that's what the chart readers would say. There's some support bouncing off here. I don't believe in that at all, but, some people do. But you can see it is sort of got some support along here. We don't want to see it break that. Psychologically, chart readers will say it's going to go down now and it's going to go to zero and God knows what else. I don't really buy any of that at all. I'm more interested in what the institutions think, what they're buying, what they're doing with their money. This gives opportunity for more institutions to buy. As long as we don't go down 10%, I am still extremely bullish. I'm bullish long term anyway. It's not going to change my mind just because we have a sell-off day. It's a correction. It's perfectly acceptable. However, if we do get a bounce from the sort of 6, 7, 8 and back up again and then beat today, that is extremely bullish because that means we've sold off, retested, and we're up again. That's extremely good. So that's what I think is going to happen. Let's see if I'm right. Anyway, let's see if that happens. It's starting to already happen. As you can see, we're starting to bounce off there. Let's see if that continues. Palantir gave you an opportunity. It's not doing it now. S&P going down. Amazon. I want to buy Amazon, and I would buy Amazon for around 120. I just cannot buy it here, I'm afraid. Just cannot pay that. Apple, the same thing. I'd buy that, but again, won't pay any price for everything. That just seems bonkers. Enphase going back up. Coca-Cola, perfectly healthy, just doing its ins and outs. It gets used as source of funds. Johnson & Johnson had a nice little push a minute ago. And now we're going back down again. So anyway, Kenvue, Chevron, everything selling at the moment. Tesla's zipped back up again. That's good. Up 4% now. Rivian following it. McDonald's up. Google's up. Microsoft down today. Walmart. I knew this was going to happen with Walmart. It's why I'm out of the stock. I bought it and traded it, made 3% on the earnings very, very quickly. But I am looking to get an entry on Walmart, but I want to get it for around about 130. And if not, you can have it. I'm not going to overpay for it. Their earnings wasn't great. Anyway, Tesco, Tilray, Robinhood, IonQ, Rocket Lab. 20 minutes to go. If we don't get a super chat above Liam Laffey, we're doing a Rocket Lab review, which is important because we've got the Rocket Lab flight on the 28th, I believe it is. Yes, the 28th of November. Rumble, Funware, FFIE. Sensing we are about to hit a bottom and take off again. Bitcoin is selling off. Polygon is selling off. XRP is selling off. Okay. Here comes the early morning bounce, hopefully. And if we can get to... we are. We're getting buybacks now in Virgin Galactic. Down 3.6. We were 4.5, nearly 5. That's good. That's good. That means we've got buy-ins at this level again. That's very, very good. It's very healthy. Have no problem with that. Let's see how we go from here. We don't want to see it drop 10%. 6, 7 is fine. We want to bounce off that and set new support. 4%. So it tried to go up. Let's see where it goes. I'm still going to remain bullish whatever it does. It's not suddenly that's it, I'm out, I don't like it. No, not at all. It's not how I feel about Virgin Galactic at all. Let's just watch it for a moment. Let's see if we can get while we're watching this, just for a moment, let's do a bit of housework. You ready? Here he is, Mr. Mini-Me. We've got 58 watch. Let's call it 60. Only 58% of people are signed in to Google. That's just the way it works. We get 99.5% up likes, but only 50% are signed in. So the best we could be at would be 30. We've got 36, which is phenomenal. See what I mean? That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So if we could make 40, I doubt it because everyone's liked that could sign in, I would imagine. If we can get 40, it'd be great. Now, why I'm asking you to do that is if you like the video, it will continue sharing my videos to you, showing you my content, and it'll also share it on YouTube. If you don't like my content and you don't want to see me anymore, click the down like button and then you won't see my content anymore. All right, 37 likes. We want 3 more. Virgin Galactic is bouncing exactly like we hoped it would. Very good. I don't mind if it goes down a bit lower. It sets new support. Very, very good if we can sell and then buy back. 38, we need 2 more likes. Are we going to get there? Very, very quickly, we've got 53 watching. That's incredible. Way over 50% now, which is getting better every day. Yeah, Virgin Galactic is coming back now quite quick. It's bouncing up and down on that support line. 1 more like. We'll give it 10 seconds. We'll get out of here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was the quickest 10 seconds you've ever heard in your life, right? Anyway, there we go. 39. That'll do. That's way more than I deserve. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Right. there you go. Virgin Galactic is trying to come up. The overall portfolio is coming up again. That's very, very healthy. We like that. We are just touching 56,351. 56,351. We were at 57.5. Oh, we got 40 likes in the end. Thank you, guys. I was hoping that I'd get to 58,000 today, which would be an all-time match of my high. Okay, which would be great. If we get to 58,000, that is my all-time high. I touched it once. All right. Let's have a look and let's see what's moving. We're about to go into another review, our second review of the morning. Rocket Lab is next. Virgin Galactic bouncing around. It got rejected. It tried to push back up, got rejected. We want to see it bounce from here if we can. That continues the positive trend of Virgin Galactic. Perfectly healthy to sell off a little bit. Drop a little bit, even as low as 10, but that no more than 10. Bounce off that support line, that trend line that's building up, and then we can hopefully see some movement from there. But anyway, we'll come back to that in a second. PLTR has run away again. It gave you a chance to buy in at 2081. Still too dear for me. It's gone up. You could have made some money on it, but no, not for me yet. The gold. S&P, I want to be back in with about $20,000 of the S&P, but I do want to wait. I've got a video coming out about that, actually, with Warren Buffett's strategy, looking for a recession and buying a dip. He's released a lot of cash, but I've got a video coming out explaining all that. Amazon, too expensive. Apple, too expensive. NEE, that's fine. Enphase, that's fine. We touched $100. Was it $100? 99.9 or something like that earlier on. So that was very good. Coca-Cola, that's fine. J&J broke the 150 today, so it'll probably break it again in a minute. Very, very good. Warren Buffett, as soon as Warren Buffett dumped J&J, people started to buy it, by the way. When he sold it, everyone started to buy it. It went down, and not that much. Warren Buffett didn't move the stock that much, but everyone started to buy it. It's been going up ever since he sold it. Anyway, Tesla, nice run today. I'm up 5.3%. Very, very nice indeed. Got a nice position on Tesla. That's running this morning. I bought 4 shares of Hood at the Bell. I want to buy more this Wednesday. All right. Couple more minutes to go, and then we're going to do another review. I might even do it now, actually. I really need to get on top of these reviews. Got the competition for Jose to do, and getting behind. I've also got a video for Zach. Is Zach in the house? Development alert, Uganda. Yes, Zach's here as well. Hi, Zach. I've got Zach's video to do as well. Waiting for the right moment to do that. Space is going down 5.3, 5.7. Okay, let's watch it. It doesn't want to go below 10. Keep that trend line intact. Okay. Who are the idiots buying Palantir? Palantir is a good company, but it's not worth what the price they're paying. It's insane. If you look at the valuation, it's bonkers. Anyway, Virgin Galactic is still holding 5.37. We don't want to go below 10. Not really. I mean, again, I'm not going to suddenly turn bullish if it does. I just want to be clear on that. Right. Excuse me. I am preparing my Rocket Lab video. Let's have a quick look. Rocket Lab is very important to Virgin Galactic, of course. And let's have a look. 180 through the stream. 11,840. Approaching that 12,000. Nice. Not that long to go. Anybody else need upgrading in Discord? Oh, Breakfast Bar, we got an alert. Stephen Lewandowski. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. He's doing a bit of a jigsaw while he's having some food. We like it. We like it. Thank you very much, Stephen Lewandowski. Every morning, come into the breakfast bar, share your thoughts, go into stock news, share your thoughts, what you want to buy, and all the rest of it. Hi all, looking forward to your Rocket Lab review. It could do a bit of a pump. It could do with a bit of a pump before the launch, as it's been a bit stagnant lately. Moving. Pete Barker, you can be in this video. All right, let's prepare it as we watch Virgin Galactic. We don't want to go down lower than 10%, but I can live with it if it does. Right, let's prepare Rocket Labs. No one can jump now above Liam Laffey. Doesn't matter how much you pay me on a super chat. It's too late. I'm preparing it now. One after this will be Indie Bones at NVEX. Okay. So here we go. We're going to prepare Rocket Lab now. Just getting a bit of information. $6.6, down she goes. All right. Just lining up a few things. Make sure it looks good. Watching Virgin Galactic while it does all this. Virgin Galactic is going down at the moment, 6.5%. I'm okay with that. Don't want to go below 10 though. If we want to protect that trend line. Running through here, we can live with this. Again, it's not really the way I invest anyway. Looking at the chart, but I know people will, and if they see it break that, starting to sit on it now. So it's approaching that 10%. We don't want to see that. But it won't change my sentiment on the stock at all. It's a correction day. It's perfectly normal. Okay, we can't use that. Virgin Galactic. I'm just preparing our review at the moment. I'll be back again in a second. This is important. It's a good one to compare with Virgin Galactic. They are completely different. We cannot compare the companies, but if you are into space, you might be interested in this company. I am. I use both together, and they do tend to follow each other a little bit with certain news events. And it's Rocket Lab, by the way. I've got to make sure I say that. I often say Rocket Labs, but anyway. Next launch. Okay, here we go. Right, we got that. We're looking set now. Virgin Galactic is dropping. Anyone trying to buy space tourism stock for less than $2 is a Paul Knowles. I can't read that out, Paul Knowles. You know that. Virgin Galactic, right, down 667 now. It's dropping. Now then, final preparations for Rocket Lab. Let's go into here. RKLB, Rocket Lab. Run it through there. Okay, I'm also going to add SPCE to that as a third ticker. I know it's not the same, but I want to show it at the same time. Okay, that's lined up. We've got all the three stocks lined up. Now I want to go into here. RKLB, Rocket Lab. Okay. Line that up. Okay. All right, we're just about ready to go. Let me see what the latest news is. If I can use that. That's, they got any music on that?
That was...
Okay, we'll bring you to the beginning then. Okay, news. All right. Sorry for all the flashing around. I'm just getting it ready to go. This is for Liam Laffey. And this is a very important one with Virgin Galactic dropping and the fact that we've got Rocket Lab around the corner. And we're planning on covering it as well. Now, again, same thing. As I make this video, if you do a super chat or a crypto giving, which is martynlucas.com/tip, it will read out your comment during the making of this video, and you can be in the video. And later on, it will post, and your comment will be in, unedited. It will be there for you on the screen. We are members only, so we can't have trolls and people like that just come in and say silly things and ruin the video. It's members only. That's why we're doing that right now. Okay, so let's get straight into it. And when the video comes out, Liam Laffey, let's see if Liam's here, by the way. Liam. I think he is. Are you here? Liam, again, same for you. You can comment in this video if you want. Are you here? Liam, if you want, if you do I think it's a $1, is it $1.99? You have to, it will allow you to do a comment and you can share your views, opinions of Rocket Lab on the screen and so on and so forth. So you might want to do that. I don't know. All right, but we are going to do Rocket Lab now. Let's go into it. So let me put Rocket Lab and Virgin Galactic side by side. I think that's important. Okay. Rocket Lab. RKLB. There we go. Production screen there. Yes, I'm here. Okie dokie. Right, I've got one favorited comment at the minute. Let me get rid of that one. I've got one from Pete Barker at the minute, which I will use in a second. Right. PCE Rocket Lab. We got the launch, we got the news, we got the back test. Excellent. All right, here we go. One I've been looking forward to doing for a while. Okay, next one will be Indie Bones, NVEX. Okay, ENVX you're looking for. Right, let's get straight into it. Time for another stock review. This one is a very interesting one. I'm very excited to do. Rocket Lab. And it is Rocket Lab, not Rocket Labs. Ticker symbol RKLB. This one's an interesting one for me because, as you know, I am very bullish on Virgin Galactic. However, let's not confuse the stocks at all. We could look at Virgin Orbit. Should we mention Virgin Orbit with Rocket Lab just before a flight? Probably not. But anyway, we got to cover it. We got to mention it on this video. This is a full review of the stock. It might take 20 minutes, half an hour. It's a deep dive video. Please watch it to the end. We're going to start very, very basic, very, very simple. And in this video, we're going to cover the value of Rocket Lab. We're going to look at the balance sheet. We're going to look at inside trading, who's buying on the inside, who's selling it, what their margins are, what their financials are, their balance sheet. We're going to look at news. It's very, very important. As we have Virgin Galactic, I'm just going to mention it, selling off today. Virgin Orbit went bust. We've had some recent selling off, of course, when they failed on the last mission. We got the CEO selling shares, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to cover the news. I'm going to show you their website. We're going to talk about the upcoming flight. All of that. We're going to start off very, very simple, very, very light. And as we go down through the video, we're going to get much, much more in depth. So just to give you a little flavor of what we've got coming up, we're going to discuss it, review it in lots of different ways. I'm going to show you my position, how much I have in the stock. I'm going to share with you the financials. We're going to go through the balance sheet. And we're going to look who's buying and who's selling. We're also going to look at the website, the upcoming flights. We're also going to cover the news as well, the next launch. We're also going to cover the back test and see how it compares to other stocks in the same industry. So a lot to cover if you are interested in space. Virgin Galactic, Rocket Lab, all of those things, SpaceX and all the rest of it, you might find interesting in this video. Right, this is one I've been looking forward to doing for a while, so I'm quite excited about it. I am invested in this company, I'll tell you right off the bat. This is not financial advice, this is my opinion. This is what I am doing. We aim to be the most honest, real channel on YouTube TV. And my reviews get placed on AlphaSpread, which is one of the best algorithmic software platforms to review stocks. They post my reviews above in priority over CNBC, Mad Money, Bloomberg, you name it. They love the way I present my earnings, and I cover every stock I do a review on. They put their earnings, they put my review on the page, and you can go and see it there. All right. At the end of the video, I'll also give my all of you a link if you want to get the software for free. My members get a lifetime discount, which makes my membership completely free. I'm always bringing the best deals to my members. Right. Let's get straight into it. We have got Rocket Lab today down. We've got Virgin Galactic down. I am going to sort of compare the two, even though one is space tourism and one is putting satellites into space. However, they do have some correlation with the way they trade and the kind of person that invests in them. All right, so let's get straight into it without further ado. We're going to start basic. I know some of you complain that it starts off basic where you have to watch into the video because not everyone knows the basics and not everyone knows what Rocket Lab is. This is the idea of this video is introduce a stock to people that have never seen it before and just start out basically. So first of all, Rocket Lab. What is Rocket Lab? This is my position. I have two positions in it. I have I'm up, as you can see, I'm up 34% in my, beg your pardon, I'm showing you my Virgin Galactic. There you go. Rocket Lab, I'm down. Sorry, I thought that was surprising. Anyway, Rocket Lab, I am down on it at the moment, 11%. It's 3.9% of my portfolio. I've also got that's $3,500. I've also got another nothing actually on my Roth IRA. I'm not in there at all, just $4.22. So let's focus on my main account, my brokerage account, which is it's nearly 4%, 3.92 of my portfolio. What is Rocket Lab then? Okay, it's not Virgin Galactic. It's not putting people in space. It is, however, putting satellites in space. You can compare it to Virgin Orbit, but Virgin Orbit really didn't present themselves very well, out of a back shed. It looked bloody awful. And they didn't fail because of their failed mission, because Rocket Lab had a failed mission. They failed because investors thought, what a load of rubbish this is. Dumped the stock. They couldn't raise capital. We know Matthew Brown called into the show. We know they tried to save it. They couldn't. It wasn't funded the same way as Rocket Lab is. Much, much better business, much better structure, much better presentation. And presentation is very, very important to a company. Rocket Lab is an aerospace company which engages in the development and of rocket launch and control systems for the space and defense industries. It operates through the launch services and space system segments. Let me open up a bit more. The launch services segment provides launch services to customers on a dedicated mission or ride share basis. The space systems segment includes space engineering, program management, satellite components, and spacecraft manufacturing and mission operations. The company was founded by Peter Beck in 2006 and is headquartered in Long Beach, California. The listed name is RKLB, the ticker symbol. Peter Beck, the CEO, who has taken some flack for selling shares recently, but we'll talk about that. Well, I say recently, a few months ago, but we'll talk about that in the video, why that's important or not so important. Employees, 1,400, Long Beach, California, founded in 2006. Average volume, 5.81 today, 4.64 so far. So volume's looking pretty hot today, as we are only 9 o'clock in the morning Central Time at the moment. No dividend. It's a growth company. Of course, growth companies don't have dividends. They might have one in the future, but they are a growth stock. There's no dividend to be earned here. Okay, price earnings ratio. Yes, it loses money. Capital expenditure. It's a rocket company. It's spending money into building its business. Price to earnings ratio, 11.90. Now, yes, it's losing money, but you need to compare that to other industries, which is hard to do. There's not a lot of people doing it. We know what happened to Astra, or where Astra's going. Virgin Orbit's gone bust. Virgin Galactic isn't really the same thing, but you might want to compare that if you can. Market cap is 2.09 billion. High today, 4.39. And the 52-week high, 805. So you can see volatility, it is there. Right, now then, starting off with a very basic analysis here from Morningstar. We're going to go much, much deeper than they do, but this is just, again, for the beginner who wants to look at it in a nice, simple way. The buy rating is 80%. They love it at Morningstar. Remember, though, analysts, unlike me, I'm here to just share my views, the facts. I'm not pumping it. No one's paying me to do it. I'm not influenced in any way. I don't care whether my stocks go up, down, or sideways. My priority is to bring you the most honest, real information, even if it means I lose money. I don't care. I'm about bringing you the best information, right? Analysts seem to like it. No selling, just buying and holding right now. As we can see, it is losing money. We go back to Q1 of 22. It was losing money. Analysts got it wrong. They got it wrong. It missed on earnings. It met expectations in Q3 22. It missed again in Q4. It missed again in Q1 of 23. It missed again. Keeps missing. However, Q3 23, it finally beat on earnings, looking good, moving up, will become profitable. This company is expected to become profitable, perhaps early next year. And we've had a few difficulties, of course. It's a rocket company. Things go wrong. Let's see the sentiment of the stock. Who is buying? What people also own that buy this company? Well, Astrospace isn't any competition as far as I'm concerned. Completely different scale of company. Not good at all. I wouldn't touch Astrospace with a barge pole. Many of you might say, well, I wouldn't touch Virgin Galactic either. I think that's rubbish. Well, that's fair enough, but they are much better funded than Astrospace is, and way better than Virgin Orbit, and way better at marketing, even though it has got better recently. It wasn't so good earlier. Black Sky Technology, to be honest, I don't know anything about it. Joby Aviation, don't know about Planet Labs so much. Joby Aviation, interesting. But what this does show us, of course, it's people in the space sector are investing in Rocket Lab, no surprise. But what this does show you, they are all penny stocks, other than, thank you very much, Tran Huan Trong, who just subscribed to my channel in the making of this video. I told you it's live. Joby Aviation is not a penny stock. Anything above $5 is not regarded as a penny stock. All right, but Rocket Lab currently is, and it probably hates that status, but it is nevertheless a penny stock. Right, let's go now, start to go deeper. Don't forget to subscribe to the video and give us a thumbs up. One of our biggest investors in Rocket Lab left this comment, and he said, I just want to share it on the screen. Hi, Martin. Looking forward to your Rocket Lab review. It could do with a bit of a pump before the launch, as it's been a bit stagnant lately, moving in the 415 to 435 range. Of course, he's talking about the flight. Yes, it's just around the corner, and we're going to cover the flight in a minute and all the news around it. Just as I do mention Pete Barker, he's just dropped a comment here to me. 2 Rocket Lab Photon spacecraft to launch on the first New Glenn mission. NASA expects that a Mars small sat mission will be on the first launch of Blue Origin's New Glenn launch vehicle. Now, just to clarify, this is coming from one of my members who I can verify. We are in members mode right now, so we're not getting false information. However, full disclosure, I can't verify that information. That's come from Pete Barker, one of our members. I'm sure it's reliable and good information. He's a very good asset, a member of our family, to our team. But as I say, that wasn't the information I have. I'm just sharing with you what he shared with me. Right, let's now go over to we're going to go deep dive in a few moments with the balance sheet. But right now, let's look at the website. Now, the website is very, very important. This is where Virgin Orbit went wrong. This is where a very, very different prospect with Rocket Lab, I have to say. Pete Barker did mention this to me when I first was looking at Rocket Lab. Virgin Orbit was a very similar company, putting satellites into space. Looked really great. The way they were doing it underneath a Boeing, it looked really good. Potentially more efficient than Rocket Lab, potentially. Except they didn't look like NASA. They didn't look like SpaceX. They looked like a backstreet garage. And that was the problem. Investors lost faith with them. Richard Branson was, selling out. It looked rubbish. And when they failed, that wasn't the problem. SpaceX has failed all the time. Tesla failed. Virgin Galactic fails. Rocket Lab, they've all failed, crashed, blown up rockets, lost money. It's all part of it. However, Rocket Lab seemed to know how to put it right, and how to present themselves and keep the investor engaged. However, it hasn't been smooth sailing. A lot of people have dumped the stock. There's been some short interest. We're going to show you the short interest in a minute as well. But there's been some ups and downs. People were very negative about the CEO selling his shares and all the rest of it. Anyway, let's go into some news, and then we're going to look at the balance sheet, the numbers, the margins, and so on and so forth. Let's have a quick look at this one. This was supplied by Motley Fool. Don't really like the Motley Fool, to be honest. A lot of their reviews are kind of, I think, biased. But, however, I pick a few things that I think might be interesting. The company is literally trying to go to the moon, but can it be a viable business? That's a very good opening statement. The space economy is surrounded by a lot of hype. Companies like SpaceX, Amazon investing billions of dollars to build businesses beyond planet Earth, with some analysis expecting the industry to hint at a size of $1 trillion in 2030. However, a lot of this hype hasn't materialized into stock returns. For example, the ARK Invest Space Exploration Innovation ETF is off 33% from its peak, even as the broad market inches closer to all-time highs. Rocket Lab is one of these ambitious space startups trying to propel the industry to new heights, pun intended. It is one of the few companies to successfully launch rockets into orbit. Of course, Virgin Orbit did it, but then they had a failure, as did Rocket Lab most recently. But they fixed it. They've got over it much quicker than Rocket Lab, Virgin Orbit could have done. They ran out of money and was unable to fix the problem. Passing even long-running startup Blue Origin. However, investors have soared on the stock with shares soured on the stock with shares down close to 80% from all-time highs, because a lot of negativity around the stock, a lot of negativity around the industry, and it's very high risk. If it blows up, you lose billions of dollars. It takes you a long time to fix it, right? And we've seen what's happening to Astra. We've seen what happened to Virgin Orbit. We've seen the pains that SpaceX has gone through, which is a private company. You can't buy shares in it, however. But people know how difficult it is to do what they're trying to do. Does that now make the stock a buy for investors looking to bet on the space company, scaling up operations but losing money? Rocket Lab was started back in 2006 by entrepreneur and space enthusiast Peter Beck. He calls Rocket Lab an end-to-end space company, a catchy moniker that essentially means he wants it to offer customers products and services for every part of spaceflight. Of course, these include rocket launches, but also satellite services, space modules, solar panels for orbital projects, and in-flight services. We're going to move on now from Motley Fool's presentation and look at other things. We are going to go back to go deep in a few moments to the financials, and I'm going to share that with you, and inside trading, who's buying, who's selling, what's the margins, what's the profits, all of that coming up in a minute. But we do want to cover the news, because, of course, in a few days' time, November 28th, at the making of this video, we have a flight, and we'll be covering it, hopefully, live on the show. Rocket Lab to establish space structures complex in Maryland for advanced composite products. Let's move down this news. This is just out yesterday. Satellite components and separation systems. Let me just read this bit of news for you, and we'll talk about the flight in a second. Rocket Lab has expanded their space systems business with a dedicated production and development complex designed to deliver a comprehensive suite of advanced composite products for the space industry and to further vertically integrate supply for the company's internal needs across launch and space systems. All right. Okay, the ribbon cutting for Rocket Lab done there in Maryland. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. A lot of people say I don't pronounce Maryland correctly, being from England. Anyway, we'll just get a little bit of this, and then I'm going to cover the new flight and then the financials. To support its growing composite product line, Rocket Lab is establishing a space structures complex in Middle River, Maryland, that will support the development, manufacture of carbon composite spacecraft buses, structural panels and assemblies, satellite dispensers, aerostructures and heat shields, composite overwrap pressure vessels, solar panel substrates, launch vehicle structures, and carbon composite structures for Rocket Lab's new medium lift launch vehicle, Neutron. This is the new vehicle. We're very excited about this, and of course, we're just days away from a flight. We're very excited about that. I'll talk about it in a second. Rocket Lab's space structures complex will be established in the 113,000 square foot former Lockheed Martin vehicle launch building in Middle River, which has been home to aerospace manufacturing since 1929. The new complex builds on Rocket Lab's deep heritage in advanced composite manufacturing, including the development of Electron, the world's first carbon composite orbital launch vehicle. Of course, we know why carbon is so important for the lightness of it. Of course, it takes a lot of energy to get a rocket into space. If it can make itself more efficient, it can make itself more profitable, because one of the biggest expenses is launching the damn thing. And if we can trim the weight and put more of the weight of the payload than the actual vehicle itself, we can make the business more profitable, because it is a very expensive business. Okay, including the Photon lunar spacecraft that developed the capstone satellite to the moon's orbit for NASA in 2022. Rocket Lab also currently manufactures and launches its in-house designed carbon composite Maxwell satellite dispensers, as well as advanced solar array substrates. Expanding on these products, Rocket Lab's new composite offering spans design and engineering tools and molds, manufacturing, assembly, and testing for space applications. Now then, we're now going to go into the business side of Rocket Lab, and then we're going to come back, of course, to the news of the flight, the upcoming flight, and why we're all very, very excited about that. Okay, let's go into it now. Now we're looking at the financials. Now then, because the company isn't profitable yet, let me explain how this software works. I believe it's the most advanced algorithmic type software to value a company way better than the competition. It's why I'm partnered with this company, why I use it for my reviews. Because of that, we rely on certain metrics and information. And if you're not profitable and you're not making any money, we don't have that information. We can't run that through our system. We cannot produce all the parts of our analysts in our survey on the stock. We can only provide you with what we have. We're not guessing. We're not making up stuff. This is not opinion based. This is purely numbers. If we don't have the numbers, we can't plug it in. So we have what we have. So 236 million revenue and up 2% on the most recent range. You can see how things are improving upward. Operating income, negative 4% on the most recent range, negative of minus 167 million operating income. But as you can see, analysts are expecting that to improve. Net income down a negative 169. Again, the analyst is in light blue. We're expecting that to improve very near term. Operating cash flow at negative 75.6 million, moving down, but again improving, and analysts are expecting improvement over time. Capital expenditure, we have been investing heavily on the company, negative 59.3 million, and that's going to continue as expected by analysts. Let's look at the balance sheet, how this differentiates itself from Virgin Orbit, which we know was a flipping nightmare. It had no funding. That was the problem with it. It was a SPAC, and I don't know if Rocket Lab was, but Virgin Orbit was. Special purpose acquisition company like Virgin Galactic, doesn't start off very well. It's not properly funded. The SPAC King Chamath made all the money, ran off, and then basically took all the money out of the potential for these companies. However, let's move on. Balance sheet, 951 million of assets, okay? Remember, assets are all very well and good, but they have to make money. Rockets lose money. They depreciate like a car. Much worse than a car, I would imagine. However, they have assets of 951 million. And cash and short-term investments, it makes up 288 million of that. Liabilities, 365. That's very, very good. We're around about the sort of just over the third of the company's liabilities. We don't want 80, 90%. That's good. Long-term debt, they have some debt, but 15.3 million out of 951 million is good. I don't know yet. I haven't got down. I'm reading this live as I'm doing it. The software's produced these numbers. I'm reading them for the first time. I would expect that to show a good solvency score. We'll give it a solvency score and a profitability score in a moment. Profitability score, of course, will be low, but the solvency score could be quite high from this. Okay, long-term debt, 15 million. That's a concern, but it's only 4.2% of the pie. I'll share that with you over here. We can live with that. We can live with the long-term debt. Other current liability, 74%. So long-term debt is very small. We can live with that. We're happy with that. The efficiency of the company. Now, the efficiency of the company is very, very important. It's very, very important. It will give us the moat of the company. Okay, gross margins are improving, and of course we are days away from a flight. If that proves successful, the stock will rally, everything will look great, and they'll start making money again. They had a recent failure. We know about the failure. We reported on it live. We had a failure that drove the stock down. Just before that happened, in fact, the CEO sold his stock. Did he know it was going to fail? Of course not. But he sold, and people then sold out, and it got a lot of negative press. However, it presented me with an opportunity to buy it, which I did. I doubled and doubled again when I heard that news. I knew the company was going to do well. But it was a massive overreaction from the CEO selling. And if you looked at how many shares he sold in comparison to how many he owned, it wasn't a big deal. But people jumped on it, tried to drive it down, and it worked. And I ended up buying it cheap. So I was happy with that. However, don't use the word cheap too lightly, because until the company's making money, cheap doesn't mean anything, right? I'm just projecting into the future. Gross margin, 9%. Analysts are predicting that the margins are going to improve, as you can see. Operating margin, negative 64%. Net margin, negative 64%. PCF margin, negative 71%. All right. Now then, I've just got another comment coming in during the making of this video. So I will put it on the screen. Pete Barco's one of our investors in Rocket Lab says, as Peter Beck said, Rocket Lab is a profitable company if they weren't on the road to develop their medium lift rocket Neutron for launch next year. Reusability of the rockets is also very important. Of course, what Pete is saying is if the company wasn't making great capital expenditure right now and investing in the company, we would be profitable. That is incredible for a rocket company. Let's be honest. A new, young, innovative rocket company to claim it's profitable, other than the fact it's investing in new technologies and the new platforms, is very, very good and very, very encouraging. And now Virgin Orbit isn't around. And remember, Rocket Lab acquired Virgin Orbit's assets. They swallowed them up. We always said that was going to happen. I even said there's a partnership. There was a little interest of Rocket Lab with Virgin Galactic. Those of you scoffed at me. The reason why I said that is I talked to people on the ground at Rocket Lab. I talked to people on the ground at Virgin Galactic. These companies are both related to me. And I hear things and I share them with you. And, even though they are different, they do share similar interests and similar the reasons why they might want to, partner with each other or be involved. That's all I'm going to say on that. Anyway, let's move on to our fundamental scores now. As I suggested, the profitability of the company at the moment is 20 out of 100. It's not good at all. Well, of course it's not. It could be profitable, as Pete Barker just pointed out. However, we're spending money building out the new technology. So exceptional revenue growth forecast tick, exceptional 1-year revenue growth tick, ROE, return on equity is increasing tick, ROIC is increasing tick, all green ticks. However, profitability score is still 20. It's going in the right direction. It is still a new company. It is investing heavily, has capital expenditure. However, we've seen lower, we've seen a lot higher, of course, but I'm more concerned right now in this particular company with the solvency score. The solvency score is coming in at 58. 58, it's turning a nice yellow from amber, turning green shortly. It'll turn green around about 60. We are doing well there. Negative net debt, low DE, long-term solvency, high Altman's score, all get green ticks. This is good. This is good. That means its balance sheet is good. That means it's got its fundamentals in check. It's investing but not spending too much. It's managing its debts. Debt interest is going to come down in the spring, the summer. I've said the Fed have paused, so they've gone through the pain. They've taken the worst of it. It's going to improve. I am happy with that. I like to see that solvency score is very, very good as far as I'm concerned. For a rocket company, it's exceptional. It's exceptional. It's why I'm buying it. It's why I'm all over it, okay? Alongside my Virgin Galactic, this is one I am all over. Wall Street price targets. Let's have a look at it. We'll zoom in. Rocket Lab at the highest range, 194%. Great. But things aren't perfect in the perfect world. High interest rates are still going to be up for a while. They will come down. Super Black just subscribed to me during the making of this video. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Rocket Lab average forecast, $8.7, 103%. That's what we want. If we're going to buy a rocket company, we are not looking at 5-10% gains. We have to be looking at 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 10x. Otherwise, why the hell are we risking it? We might as well just buy the S&P 15% and be done with it. So we need that average forecast. What about the low forecast? This is where it gets another tick for me. I like this because the lowest forecast is 505. We could be at 6 or 7 after the next flight. 18%. You've beaten the S&P between 10 and 15% on average. So worst case scenario, I think we are more looking at this scenario. So we could double our money in the next few weeks, even by the end of the year. That's why I'm all in with Rocket Lab at this price. Now then, moving on down, you do need to do your homework, and I'm going to give you the link in a minute to all these competitors. These are the competitors of Rocket Lab: Boeing, Raytheon, Lockheed, North Corp. I'm not going to give them all to you, and you can go and check them out yourself. I'll give you the link at the bottom in a minute, and you can have a look at that yourself. Now then, here's the negative news. Boo! Sell the stock, get out of it, short it. Even the CEO is selling it. Can't be good, can it? Let's look at it. First of all, the transaction was made September the 11th, which was a couple of months ago. Beck Peter, CEO and chairman, doesn't get much worse than this. He sold $20 million worth of Rocket Labs. Terrible. I'm dumping the stock. I am out. We don't want to see the CEO selling the company. However, this is a small proportion of what he owns. Elon Musk has done it. Tesla still soars away. Not a concern. If he sold 90% of the company, you may have an issue. However, he also needs to do the right thing as a businessman, and this was done just before the last failure. All right? Will he buy it back now? Well, we haven't got that information yet. That could show at any point. I don't know. But the point is, this is not a bad story. It looks bad. Shorters will jump all over it and say it's terrible. The CEO, blah, 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 blah. It made headlines around the world. However, it's not a big enough proportion of his overall allocation to actually mean anything. But of course, people jumped all over it and made a big deal out of it. It's not actually a relevant story. But there we go. A bit more detail. There you go. Zoom in there. September the 11th, he sold 20,232,000. The CEO, you can see there, amount 3,600. He sold it at 562. That was the price that he sold it. Anyway, not a concern to me, but there are those that love that sort of news. It's very important news, but it presented me the opportunity to buy it. I actually liked it. All right, for me, it was good. It was a good move. Anyway, moving down. Now then, we're going to cover some important news now. This is important. It's not worth. It's not going to be missed with me. Short interest 7.64. Is that good? Is that bad? Is that too much? Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good because the CEO sold. People know that it's a high-risk stock. The last flight failed. There's potential for a downside. Of course, but that's why you buy a rocket company, because the risks are great, but also the profits are great. So I don't think we're going to have a problem with the next flight at all. I think we're going to double in the next few weeks. That's why I'm all in. Why I'm all in on 8% margin. I'm all in. However, there's some short interest. When is short interest bad? Well, let's give you a comparison. You look at something like Apple, for example, you're less than 1%. All right. So a great company that's no one's thinking is going down doesn't have hardly any, less than 1%. We've got 7%. Is that bad? Well, I'll give you an idea. When we get to 20, it's regarded as extreme. Does that mean we're going to get a short squeeze at 20%? No. Virgin Galactic was at 22. I'm calling for a short squeeze. Does that mean a short squeeze happens at 20%? No. It needs other things to happen, volume to come in, other things to happen. It's when it starts to happen. But a short squeeze, GameStop was 100%, to give you an example. 7% means it's high risk. People like to bet against high risk. It's how they make their money. I never short stock, don't believe in it. But it always presents me with opportunity because it drives stock down on negative news. And I see it as an opportunity. That is not excessive, but it is of note. It is worth knowing that people are trying to drive the stock down. We know that because we at the beginning of the review, we looked at the sort of people that are buying stock. Right. Now we're going to look at a little bit of outside thought here. Now, this is where I like doing these because you'll see my reviews here. My reviews will be here above Yahoo Finance. And someone said to me, "Oh, you're only saying that your reviews go above everybody else's because they're the most recent." Correct. They go above because they're the most recent. However, I speak directly with the CEO and founder and owner of Alpha, and they like my reviews and they feature them all. They don't feature all of Yahoo. They don't feature all of Greenstock. They don't feature all of CNBC and Bloomberg. They feature all of mine. So my earnings and reviews will be here. So they do rank above because of that special relationship. Okay. But I am going to look because a lot of analysts on Yahoo and Bloomberg, and when I first started investing, thought, right, I'm going to listen to the experts. Flipping heck, did I learn that lesson pretty quick. It took me about a year to learn it, but I learned it nevertheless. Very often analysts are influenced to say all kinds of things that aren't really accurate. They're reading off scripts. They don't really know about the stock. They're not necessarily in it, or they are in it and then they're influencing the audience. I don't care whether the stock goes up or down or sideways. My priority is to give you the accurate and honest information. I've called out so many analysts recently. Let's have a listen and let's see if I can pick anything up on this. Then we'll look at the sentiment. We have a score for that. Then we'll look at the new flight, what's around the corner and what we're going to do and how we're going to invest and trade on it. And then we'll look at the S&P compared to Virgin Galactic and at the S&P. So let's have a quick listen in. Here we go. What do we hear now?
Of the day, closing the day at $34 a share. That is up about.
Just give you some context. This is a couple of months ago, but we could get some good information from this because this was all around the time when the stocks were dumped and so on and so forth. So here we go.
14% after the stock began trading Tuesday afternoon, opening at $42 a share on the NASDAQ. Certainly a strong debut that was a lot of investors really hoping for. It was interesting to have that conversation with one of Instacart's early investors today. Obviously, he got in at a good price point for the company, but even despite this.
Let me just fast forward. I can cut the video when I make the video at this point. I'll just keep going because we will get to Rocket Lab. They talk about Rocket Lab. Let me get to it and then I'll edit this video at this point. Let's see if we're there yet.
In the red, the company reported a beat on the top and bottom line during the fourth quarter.
AutoZone, no.
Because auto supply. We had some analysts on. Overall, they thought
sales coming up short. That's been behind the shares that we have seen moving today. Also, though, interesting to note that there's been some call for in that stock. Shares of Rocket Lab sliding today after the satellite delivery company's latest rocket malfunction. Rocket Lab reported on Thursday that its Electron rocket failed following a successful liftoff from its New Zealand launch pad. Rocket Lab noted the Electron had previously delivered 171 satellites on 37 orbital missions, but that its next flight, currently scheduled for the end of the quarter, will be postponed and revised. Third quarter revenue guidance in the coming days. You know, we sort of call Rocket Lab a satellite delivery company, but they really are looking to expand beyond that to compete heavily with.
Yes, they're a lot more than just a satellite delivery company. And as we expected, on a failure like this, everyone dumps the stock. But again, this presented me with the opportunity. You heard there, she mentioned the successes. It's been very successful in its flights. This is one of very few. In fact, I think they've only failed recently in the last few years once. I don't quote me on that, but their record is exceptional.
SpaceX. This is a huge setback for the company. We saw the stock moving back in a big way here, and now that third quarter launch, at least, sort of on hold.
See, I don't agree. It's not a huge setback at all. I think SpaceX blow up a lot more rockets than Rocket Lab. It's not good, but for the investors, it's great. It gives you the opportunity to buy the reaction. So I don't see it as a major setback. It's unfortunate. However, for long-term investors, it's very fortunate.
As they really look to see what was behind that failed launch today.
You know, you live in LA, so I turned to you on all things Hollywood. And now, after that fantastic documentary on the moon, I just turned to you on all things rocket and space.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is a company that's based in Long Beach, just outside of LA. But really, they have really been riding a lot of this momentum at a time when sort of investors have been laser focused on SpaceX. Yes, they have a massive lead, but Rocket Lab really sort of gaining on that. So, you know, that probably reflects even more what we saw today, why investors have pulled back. Certainly a big setback, but.
Yeah, I don't really think it's a big setback at all. But anyway, I really, I'm not a fan of these analysts who just sit around. They're not in the stock, or they are in, and they're influencing the stock. They just waffle. Does anyone agree with that? I think Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg as well. They just waffle. Don't really have anything to say. Anyway, we'll come on to the flight in a minute, and we'll look at the sentiment. Now, this is important. Our software here picks up the news around the company, generates these scores. And positive news, it can tell if it's positive news, negative news, or neutral. Over the last 90 days, as you can see, we have 27% of negative news sentiment coming out that we can find. Over the last 30 days, that decreased to 9.5%. Good. 7 days, all good. Getting ready for the flight. Love it. There might not be anything today. Oh, there is. 2 today. It's looking good. Sentiment's good. This tells you why I'm showing you this metric here. Is this is telling you that the stock is going to go up. Not a guaranteed fact, whatever. But in my opinion, it's going to go up on this flight. And if it's successful, it's going to double, in my opinion. It's going to double, in my opinion. All right. Let's see if you agree with me. Okay, now we're going to move over, before we do a back test, on the most important news of the day. Of course, we are looking at the next launch. Next launch, We'll be covering it live. All right, so let's have a look. Here we go. The moon god awakens. Good name for it. Rocket Electron. Here we go. No earlier than November the 28th. Launch Complex 1. And that's New Zealand time. We'll be covering it if we can indeed cover it. Let's zoom in so you can see exactly what the announcement is here. Rocket Lab will launch a dedicated Electron mission for the Institute for Kyushu, Pioneer of Space, a Japan-based Earth imaging company. The launch is scheduled for liftoff during a launch window that opens on November the 28th and extends into December. The mission will carry IQP's QPS SAR-5 satellite named Kosamomi. I've got to be honest, I'm not Japanese. I'll give you that. Into orbit on a dedicated Electron mission from Rocket Lab Launch Complex 1 in Maya, New Zealand. The mission has been named the Moon God Awakens, acknowledgement of Usami, the Japanese god of the moon. Apologize for my Japanese here. All right. In addition to being launched by Electron, the QPS SAR-5 satellite will use Rocket Lab's Mark II motorized light band MLB as its separation system, demonstrating the company's vertically integrated space systems strategy. Now that's happening within days. So I think the stock is going to double. If we get a successful flight, we're gonna do more than that. Anyway, let's move on now to our final thing before I give you my final thoughts on the stock, whether I should buy it. Obviously, I bought it. I stand by what I say what I do what I say, all right? Okay, let's look at a back test. Very important. Because if you're going to invest, you're not joining a fan club, are you? You want to know that you are buying something of value, of worth, and it's going to return to you an investment. Now, if you put $10,000 in the S&P, Virgin Galactic, or Rocket Lab on January 2021, okay, this is where you would be. In red is the S&P. You'd have more money, no volatility compared to rocket companies. No surprise. You'd have 10 grand. You'd now have a lovely balance of a balance of 11,657 since 2021. That's as far back as we can go, I'm afraid, with these companies. Okay, fine, great. We've made ourselves some money. Virgin Galactic, oh dear, $10,000 down to 624. That's in, excuse the sound effects. That's in orange. In blue, however, you would have gone from $10,000, which is Rocket Lab, down to 4. You lost half your money, or just over half your money, okay? So there we go. So as you can see, the S&P is the clear winner over this short period of time, but it would be. No doubt about it. We can't go back any further than this. However, I think we've proved the balance sheet, the potential, the proprietariness of it, the uniqueness of it, having crushed the competition. Virgin Orbit's gone, Astra's no competition. Virgin Galactic isn't in this sector, but they're doing well now. This is good news around Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab helps Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic helps Rocket Lab. We've seen all the good news, all the good sentiment on the stock. That's all looking promising. The flight's good. They repaired and fixed the issue from the last flight in record time. Looking good. We know that the sentiment has all turned green. We know the balance sheet is good. We know the debt position is good. We now know the amount of shares that the CEO sold was not of concern. I'm all in on this one. So what do I think? Well, for me, without a question, it is a strong buy. Absolutely a strong buy, even at the price of today. I have bought it lower than where it is today, but I am happy with it. I am holding my position here. Let me just change back the to the line. I prefer the line. Sometimes you can just see it more clearly. Anyway, 419. I'll share with you again in fact, I've already shared you my position. I don't need to do that again. I'm holding. I'm not adding any more. I believe that this stock can 10x in 5 to 10 years time. It can double by the end of the year. It's more than I deserve to make, so I've got enough shares of Rocket Lab. It's in balance of my portfolio. If it goes to zero, it's not going to wipe me out. It's not going to happen, though. I don't think there's any, I don't really feel any risk whatsoever. I feel very confident in the next flight. Management team are excellent. The fundamentals are good. It is high risk, but it's also high reward. Pete Barker has just dropped in a comment right here at the end of the video. Best time to buy before Wall Street wake up. Yeah, absolutely. But of course, I'm not here to pump and dump the stock. I'm here to share my opinions, what I'm doing with my money, the facts, the numbers run through our service we just used. Click above my head if you want to know when I'm buying and selling any stock before I do it on my X account. Click above my head and below in the description, you'll find the link to Alpha where I give you the link. Everyone that clicks on my link will get a free program where you can have a couple of stocks you can review in detail like this. Should you wish to do more, my members will get a lifetime discount, which makes my membership free with the discount that you get from this service. So you're going to love that. And as members as well, I will review stocks for you, and there's other things I can do, many other perks as well. Over here, you'll see more videos on Rocket Labs and more of my full reviews on all the stocks. I'll put the playlist over there for you. Go and check it out. If you're a member of my channel, you can get a review like this, and I will spend 20-30 minutes posting this video, and I'll put it out later. And if you like this video and you want to promote the video, do a super chat underneath in the comments. Sorry, not a super chat, a super thanks comment underneath the video. I will pin it to the top. YouTube will see that you're liking it, watching it, and even tipping the video, which is essentially what you're doing, and it will promote it out to more people. So more people will get to hear about Rocket Lab. I like Rocket Lab. I'm very thankful for Pete Barker getting me interested into the stock. I'm holding it. I'm not selling it. It could double, triple, quadruple in years to come. I'm very confident of this stock. So there you go. There's my review. Until next time, as always, right at the end of the video, I got a comment there from Pete, and he said, "Thanks for a great and honest review, Martyn. You are very welcome." That was actually done for Liam Laffey, who sponsored the video. I say sponsored. He didn't pay me to do it. He just asked me as a member, would I make him a video? And I did. Liam, I hope you liked it. I hope you share it with all your friends when it comes out. Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, there you go. Woo. Right then. I have got to get off because I've got to put that video out. Very interesting sector. Best time to buy, Pete Barker said. Let's have a look. Now, our portfolio is bouncing back. I said it would. Let's see if Virgin Galactic... Well, obviously Virgin Galactic's come back. Yes, it has. It went as low as 209. We're now at 211. We don't want to go below 10. We are holding this position. This is okay. Would like to see it bounce back to keep that momentum going, though. Rocket Lab, Palantir, gold, Amazon, Apple, Next Era Energy, Enphase, Coca-Cola. All great. That's great. I'm up nearly 4.65% now. And J&J has broke it. Brilliant. Broke the 150. That's great. Okay. I have a video I've got to do now. We've done all the reviews that we're going to do today. Going to end up with a Warren Buffett video that I want to make. Let me just think how I'm best do this. J&J, Coca-Cola. Right. We'll go green because we're going to talk about this position here. Okay. I'll put it right at the end of my video. I've been asked about this, to do a video like this. 217. Warren 217. Okay. Right. Can you get rid of that? Okay. Warren Buffett. Should you trade like Warren Buffett? I've been asked to make this video now about the sentiment around Warren Buffett and people follow him for his trades. This is going to be quite a personal video. I'm going to share with you my insights for investing and what recently has happened with Warren Buffett and whether you agree with me. And going to cover that on this video. A lot of people use Warren Buffett as an oracle, the Oracle of Omaha, as a guide to what they should invest in. They follow him blindly, and if Warren Buffett is buying something or Warren Buffett is selling something, then so should you. So in this video, I'm going to explain the difference between me, you, and Warren Buffett. And should you follow what Warren Buffett's doing? And let's get straight into it. If it's your very first time here, do click subscribe and ring the bell and give me a thumbs up. Really, really helps. Now, I'm in green right now. I want to share that with you. As you can see, I'm up on the week. I'm also up on the month and the 3 months. Consistently up. Overall, I am up more than the market and more than Warren Buffett. Consistently. Not every day. We've got a red day today. But on this week, on this month, on this 3 months, I'm up more than Warren Buffett and more than the market. The reason for this video, though, is to answer a number of questions that have come from my viewers who watch what Warren Buffett does. They look at Warren Buffett videos and they say, you know, he is the Oracle of Omaha. He's the greatest investor of all time. And yes, he is. However, Warren Buffett has and admitted to making many, many mistakes. And when he started off, just like all of us, he probably bought penny stock. Well, he did, just like I did, in fact. Still do to a certain degree, buy penny stocks, made some money, and now he buys value stocks with great value. Very different strategy, and strategies change over time. Principles, information, knowledge change over time. So where you are today as an investor is not where you'll be next year, 5 years, and 10 years. So the worst thing that you want to be doing is doing what someone is doing who's been doing it all their lifetime, thinking, well, I'm following the best. However, they had to get there. And you can't just pick up where they're leaving off. You have to learn yourself. That's how you get there, not just start from that point, because you have to build up a portfolio first of all. So your strategy will be completely different. Now then, what I'm going to show you is over the last few weeks, it was reported that Warren Buffett sold his J&J. He got out of J&J, as did Jim Cramer from his charitable trust on Mad Money. Famously said that I'm dumping all of my J&Js. Rubbish. It's being driven down by litigation and all the rest of it. Well, I will tell you now, ever since Jim Cramer sold J&J, it's been going up. Ever since Warren Buffett sold J&J, it's been going up, by the way. Now, you might say, when they sold it, or particularly Warren Buffett, would that not drive the market down? Because the size of their allocation is way more than you or I. Well, it didn't. It was already down. It didn't have any effect on it whatsoever. J&J is solid. It's the best pharmaceutical company in the world, bar none. What's holding it now under a cloud is the litigation, which we are seeing start to become resolved. Could have been resolved years ago. However, J&J want to do what's best for the business. They want to find the best way to settle it. You can talk about the moral issue. We're not here to talk about the moral issue or whatever. We're just here talking about the investing side of it. They can settle this. They've got the cash. It's under a cloud right now, and the stock is going pretty much sideways for a while. But I am actually doing much better on it now. I've been buying the dip all the way down, and I am happy to hold it. Jim Cramer is all about making sensationalistic TV. He makes money from you watching his TV show. I don't care whether you watch my video or not. What I am building is a family of who watch me live every day up to 10 hours a day. I'm building the most honest, real, live channel on YouTube TV. That's what I'm about, right? I'm not trying to sell videos. I'm about building my audience. That's why I go live all the time. Otherwise, I just make a few videos a day and I'll be done with it. J&J, in my opinion, is oversold, and just because Warren Buffett sold it doesn't mean, maybe I should sell J&J. First of all, you need to understand that Warren Buffett bought J&J a long time ago for a fraction of the price of where it is today. That's the first thing. The second thing is, so his nature and his behavior of the stock is going to be very different to yours. His portfolio is very different. He represents a lot of investors that have invested in Berkshire Hathaway and are relying on him for a successful outcome. He is not looking for high growth stock necessarily like he used to. He's got plenty of cash on the side waiting for a dip. Now, he's out of J&J, but he's still holding Apple and still holding Coca-Cola. I'm just going to say he did trim off some Coca-Cola, by the way. And if I share with you my Coca-Cola, that's been going up ever since as well. So I have not been selling any Coca-Cola. I've been adding. I've not been selling any J&J. I've been adding. Now, Warren Buffett has assembled a huge amount of cash on standby for the recession, for the dip. Nobody knows if there's going to be a recession, and it doesn't matter to Warren Buffett if there is or there isn't, because the cash he holds can earn a good return. He doesn't have to reinvest it. He can have his money in his stocks and just hold it, and he can just hold his cash. He doesn't have to do anything. In a very, very different situation to you and I. What we're trying to do is grow a portfolio so we then can move it into dividend stocks and do what he's doing, hold it in cash, earning money without any risk. We are in a very, very different situation. But I don't believe for a second that we have a recession coming. But there's one big point we need to measure here, and that is, the market, the stock market, is very, very different than the economy. The economy is 6 months to a year behind the market. It's very, very different. So we've had over the last few weeks, my portfolio green consistently. I'm beating the market. I'm beating Warren Buffett consistently, right? Up and up and up. Really, really great. Doing good. Because the market is buying ahead of the game, because they know where we're going to be in 6 months to a year's time. What we're now seeing Apple, which Warren Buffett loves, by the way. I think it's 50% of his portfolio is now Apple. Apple is about, and it's already happening, that they are reducing the price of their phones. They are starting to have buying pressure from their customers, because now, after all the pain that the Fed have put on the consumer, the it's a lagging effect. It takes 6 months to a year to have an effect. So even when we see rates get cut next year, going into the spring, the summer, we're still going to see people suffering because, inflation is still going to be high. It's peaked, yes, but things are still going up. They're just not going up in the pace they were going up. We're going to see people still feeling the pain, paying for their new iPhones, buying their new cars, buying their solar panels, and all this other stuff, which we are investing in for another year yet. Even though inflation is slowing, and even though interest rates are coming down, and all the rest of it, we are going to see people have pain with purchasing. Credit card debt is out of control. 90% of Americans are paycheck to paycheck. All of that stuff is still going to be there. So the market is betting on things improving because they're 6 months to 12 months ahead. That's why everything is surging. Well, not everything, but a lot of the things that I am in are going up. I'm not in Apple right now. I don't think it's right to be in Apple right now. I think Warren Buffett is wrong because Apple's had a great rally, but remember, Warren Buffett bought Apple penny to the dollar. I don't know what he paid for it, probably $1 a share. You can't buy it for that price. So just because Warren Buffett owns Apple doesn't mean you should buy Apple today. It's too expensive. But in my opinion, what you should be buying now is defensive stocks which can live through the recession if there is a recession. So unlike Warren Buffett, who is dumping all his J&J, I have been buying it. And if you think that Warren Buffett has influence to drive the stock down, you are wrong, because since he sold it, it's actually been going up. So I've not seen any dramatic 10, 20, 30% drop on J&J because Warren Buffett sold it. That didn't happen. And in fact, it's been going up recently anyway. So if you are looking at Warren Buffett as your Oracle of Omaha, and you are looking at Warren Buffett as someone to follow, you should never do that. You should never follow me. You should never follow anybody on YouTube or some celebrity or whatever. You should start off by doing the research in yourself, research in your education, and working on your own what's the word I'm looking for? Your own emotions. Get your emotions in check, because emotions is the biggest problem. It's very, very easy. It's not very hard to learn how to read a balance sheet. Anyone can read a balance sheet. I present you the balance sheet, the assets, the liabilities. Spend 5 minutes. You can read it. After a few hours, you'll understand what it means. You can read a balance sheet. It's not difficult. The hard part, though, is to checking your emotions, because if you don't understand what you bought, you don't understand the stock that you are in, you've borrowed money to invest, you've used margin, you're out of control. I use margin, but I understand it and I understand the risks involved. My portfolio is balanced and managed. If your emotions aren't in check, you'll always be chasing the stock. You'll be thinking, what does Warren Buffett do? How does he think about it? And you'll be constantly making mistakes. And I know it's quite controversial for me to come on here, just some guy on YouTube, and say, that what does Warren Buffett know? Warren Buffett isn't me. Warren Buffett isn't you, and his reasoning to buy or sell a stock is very different to yours. His goals are very different. His strategy is very different. You can't just follow it. And the fact of the matter is, and even as I'm speaking today, we've seen J&J just after Warren Buffett dumped it all going up. And if I show you over the week, we're up 1.61. Over the month now, we are still down 1.83, but we are trending up now. Ever since Warren Buffett sold it, it's improving. There it is. So I just wanted to do this video because many people ask me, they ask me, what am I buying? They follow my trades, or they watch, and I see from my content that people watch Warren Buffett's videos. Warren Buffett is holding Apple, so I'm going to buy it. That is a very, 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 very different thing. If we look at Apple right now, 50% of Warren Buffett's portfolio on Berkshire is Apple. Does that mean you should buy it because he owns it? No. I don't know if he paid like $1 a share for it. Of course he owns it. Is he buying it today? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm certainly not buying Apple. Apple is too expensive because certain blue chip stocks like Apple, like Amazon, they're all overpriced. We've shown you the numbers on it. They're all overpriced. Coca-Cola wasn't and isn't still. I bought it. This keeps going up. I bought it at the bottom. I declared it was the bottom. I said J&J was the bottom. I bought it at the bottom. I keep adding. Well, I'm not adding anymore because it's big enough. It's way bigger than it needs to be for my portfolio. So the message I'm trying to get across in this video is do your own research, be your own investor, and don't follow me or anyone or Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett started out by buying penny stocks and taking extreme risks. That he doesn't do that anymore. Now he buys quality value stocks, which is what I am doing alongside my high-risk stocks, because you do need some high-risk stocks to grow a portfolio big enough to be able to put in dividend secure stocks. But just because somebody owns something doesn't mean you should buy it. There's a right time and a wrong time. And if Apple keeps on running and keeps on going, and in a year from now, Apple's doubled its price, was I wrong to buy it? Was I wrong not to buy it? No, because my money is invested elsewhere. I want a portfolio that I can wake up day in, day out, week in, week out, year in, year out, and be up consistently overall and not be concerned if I go to sleep for 6 months and find a margin call and the portfolio's gone to zero. You need a balanced portfolio and you need to buy stocks at the right time. We all want to own Coca-Cola. We all want to own Apple. We all want to own Google. Great, great companies. However, as an investor, you're looking for one simple metric. If I buy it here, can I sell it here? If a can of Coke is worth $1, are you going to pay $10 for it? The only reason you'd pay $10 for a can of Coke if it was the only can of Coke left on planet Earth and everybody was chasing you and wanted to buy it. But if it's in abundance and you can buy a can of Coke everywhere, you're not going to want to pay more than $1 because that's all it's worth. And even though it's a great drink and I love Coca-Cola, I ain't paying $10 a can. So this was my thought on a reply to many of you who've asked me about Warren Buffett dumping J&J, Warren Buffett, holding Apple, Warren Buffett, and, should you follow him? No, I don't think so. So there's my thought. I hope that answers the questions that I was asked about Warren Buffett. Be your own person. Do your own research. Understand you are on your own journey. You have your own targets. And what one other person has done is not absolutely 100% not going to be right for you. Most important investment you'll ever make is on your own self, your emotions, and your education. Take the time to study the stock. More importantly, study you. If you want my links to my videos or my social media or my X or my newsletter, click above my head or in the description. And over here, I'll post more videos I think that will be useful to you in the series. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Oops, pressed the wrong button there. All right, I just wanted to do that video. Great as always, Martin. Currently I have 50 shares of Rocket Lab. Current short-term goal is 100 to 500 is my preferred long-term allocation. What am I at right now? What's my position right now? Yeah, I've got 876 at the minute. I'm all in. Can't make it 500 now because also wanting the same in plug. Do you mean plug? I'm assuming you mean plug. Yes, I won't buy plug until it's around about the 3. Anyway, let's get off. Thank you very much indeed. We've covered 2 more earnings today and the Warren Buffett video. I wanted to get that done. Okay. Portfolio is coming back up again. Coming up quickly. Virgin Galactic is holding. We want to see it. We want to see it buy back in. We don't want to just see it hold, because if it holds for long, then it has that risk of selling again. We want to see people now come in and buy it at this price. We do not want to see it go down. Up to 10% I can live with. Below 10% we don't want. We don't want. Right. Rocket Lab. PLTR. Gold. S&P. Amazon. Apple. 2Deer. Next Era Energy, fantastic. Enphase, yeah. It's down slightly, but we're nearly at the 100. Coca-Cola is storming away. And that's storming away for a stock like Coca-Cola. Doesn't move 10% in a day. It's not a growth stock, is it? J&J, awesome. These are really, really good. I'm only down now 2.66. Nothing at all. $660 out of 24 grand. It's absolutely nothing at all. Blink of an eye. The dividends alone will take me there. I've got $550 worth of dividend stocks being paid out in December. Yeah, Robinhood, any day now. $8. This is just before the launch. This is perfectly normal. Selling off just before the launch. Don't get sucked into that. Or sorry, don't sell out because of that. Use it as an opportunity. My last buy-in was 806. 806. It's 803. I do want some more, but 803, 806. It got as low as 797. I don't need any more. It's bouncing off this. Yeah, it's a good buy here. But if it dropped below 8, I'd buy maybe at 790 just to lower the average. I could drive my average right the way down. I could buy another 100 shares, and that would drive it down to maybe 6% down if I bought 100 shares. Maybe 5 actually, and it soon go up again. But I want to buy it under 8. I want my Robinhood account set up and running so I can start to build some positions. I know. We're all excited about it, Nikunj. Right. Talking about Nikunj, charge point review for you is 3 away now. NVEX is Indie Bones. Disney for Michelle. Charge point is Nikunj. You are 3rd on the list. May I get an analyst and may I get an analysis for, yes, Benjamin Perez. You go to the top of the list. You go to the top of the list. It won't be done now. Might be done this afternoon, but you are top of the list. Benjamin Perez. You are top of the list because no one has done a super chat. So you go right to the top. $1.99. So if someone does $2, they'll go ahead of you, but you are right at the top. Benjamin Perez, $1.99 of Symbotic. Symbotic. Okay. SYM. There you go. You will be next. That could be this afternoon. Well, it will be this afternoon. It will be this afternoon. We were running a poll, 90 votes. Would you join me after hours for the NVIDIA earnings? So about 40%, 90. About 30 of you would join me for that.
May I get an analysis on Symbotic? SYM.
Yes, it's now on the list to do. All right. Okay. Day trader of the day. Go to your main portfolio. Let's wrap up the show. Here we go. I'm down. Let's put a clock up. Now, if you're always behind the competition, make sure before I ask you to do anything that one, you've clicked the live button. See, if you go behind the stream, mobile or a computer, turn it from grey to red. You're 30 seconds behind. Now go to the cogs and click playback speed 2 times. It speeds it up. Anything. That one, you click the like button. So if you go behind the stream, mobile or a computer, turn it from grey, and now you are 10 seconds behind. I do this so we can have closed captions. Some people watch with closed captions, and it has to be buffered to allow it to do that. But you can get around it by doing that. All right, let's do it. Smash the like button. Thank you very much indeed. And let's do day trader of the day. Let's zoom out of there a minute. Okay, here we go. I am down 1.51. Down 1.51%. Let's see who wins. That's going up quickly as we expected. Is Virgin Galactic bouncing? Oh, yes, it is. There it is. There is the bounce we talked about. Very, very good. Now you accompany that with my Coca-Cola and my J&J. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Look at that. Fantastic. This is really, really good. Really, really good. I could be in the green any second now. Down 4.23. Down 2.44. I'm winning. Any more for any more? I think I'm the winner. Oh, Stephen Lewandowski is flat. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stephen Lewandowski is the winner. He's flat. Look at that. I'm going to be green in a minute, though, so you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Fantastic. Stephen Lewandowski. Right. Very, very nice. I'm going to end the music a minute because I have to... Matthew Kelly is down 1.47. Jose Quintana down 3. You're all behind the stream, not paying attention to how to avoid it. Right. Okay. Very, very quickly then, I'm going to do very, very short video. Here we go. At end. At end. SPCE, Coca-Cola, and J&J. Right. This is awesome. Exactly as we said it was going to go. I like when a plan comes together. Right. Okay. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor for Virgin Galactic. All morning, we've been watching Virgin Galactic, looking at the action of the price action here. And I've been saying we don't want to go below 10% down. Everything less than that is healthy. It's healthy because we've got a nice trend line building up now, support line over the last few weeks now. And we haven't broken that. We just sat on it and bounced from it. This is really, really bullish. What this means is we've been trending up. People are taking profit, and it's bouncing down to that trend line. Now, you all know, even though I do have chart readers who give me all the information on the chart, Sensei does it all for me, and others, I am not a chart reader. I understand charts, but I look at more of the fundamentals. I look at more of the relationships on the ground, the money, the balance sheet, and all the rest of it. This is very, very healthy. What we've seen today is Virgin Galactic trim off. It allows new businesses to come, new institutions and investors to come in. It's sat on a trend line and is trying to bounce out. Now, as long as we hold above losing 10% today, we're fine. If we go below 10% and we break that trend line and start losing that support that we've built over the last few weeks, that's not good. Would I then turn bearish on the stock? Not a chance. Not a chance at all. There's a lot of pressure on the markets today. We've got the Rocket Lab earnings, the Rocket Lab flight in a couple of days. That's getting some volatility. And whenever that moves, it affects Virgin Galactic. If you click above my head, you can see the video for that. I just did a full review on Rocket Lab and why you should be in Rocket Lab alongside Virgin Galactic. I use the two together. But as long as we stay around here, this is good. We had a little bit of a buy-in a few moments ago, which is good, which means we're getting good numbers of bids to buy here at this new level. And remember, a few weeks ago, they could have bought at $1.50. So now we're getting people buying at $2.11, $2.12, and so on. This is good, building a good level of support. I'm happy with this. So anyway, if you want those links, do go and check out above my head. I'll give you the link there for the Rocket Lab full review. You do want to check that out. I did a full 30-minute analysis on Rocket Lab and how it relates to Virgin Galactic and how it doesn't relate to Virgin Galactic. Over here, more videos I think you'll find useful, and the review as well. We've got some good news coming up with Virgin Galactic soon, something I'm working on. I will share with you over there as well. All right, that's it for now. I just wanted to let you know I'm still extremely bullish. It's good seeing it trim off like this. It's on the support line. It's building in new support. I like it. As long as it doesn't break the 10%, it's still good. I'm still bullish, even if it does make no difference. But I'd like to see it hold around here and then fire off once again. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, there's that. I also just wanted to quickly do Coca-Cola, which is very green. Coca-Cola, KO. Right. Okay. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor, Coca-Cola. I just put out a video you really need to see about my opinion and views on Warren Buffett, famously for owning Coca-Cola and dumping all his J&J as well. Two videos you really want to see. My J&J video and my full review on Warren Buffett. Over the last few months, I've been buying Coca-Cola like crazy. I can't buy Coca-Cola for the price that Warren Buffett bought it for, but I did identify the bottom when we saw the price of sugar peak and everything start to improve. I kept buying it and buying it and buying it like a crazy man. And in fact, I'll show you, it's one of the biggest parts of my portfolio. It's 48% of my Roth. You can't get much more bullish than that, right? And it's nearly 13% of my main account. So no one can be more bullish on Coca-Cola. I'm now up 4.61 and I'm earning $550 a quarter on my dividend stocks now, which is this one, J&J, and a couple of others. I'm building up my dividend portfolio. That's what I want for the future. Coca-Cola, famously owned by Warren Buffett. I do a full review on Warren Buffett, why I think he's wrong about J&J, and some other things he's wrong about as well. Check that out. Above my head, you've got the J&J video. You've got the Coca-Cola. Well, we're on the Coca-Cola video, so you don't want that. But the Warren Buffett video. And go and check it out. We bought the bottom of Coca-Cola Coca-Cola, now we are just riding it and holding it forever, just like Mr. Buffett does. Over here and down here, I'll put probably the J&J video and the Warren Buffett review. Go and check that out. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, and lastly, J&J, and I'm out of here as well. J&J, specifically J&J, this one. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. J&J finally broke a very important number, the $150 range. Very, very important. The reason why is I bought this at the bottom. I said it was the bottom. Famously, and I've got a video just come out about it, Warren Buffett dumped his J&J, and I think he's wrong. 100% no, he's wrong. He doesn't always get it right, of course, and I think he's wrong. If you want to see a full review on Warren Buffett and what I actually think and why you shouldn't follow him, you should do your own thing, go and check that out. Also up there is my Coca-Cola, also famously owned by Warren Buffett. He owns that still, and as do I. But be very, very careful just following someone blindly. Go and check out those two videos. J&J. Now, why has J&J been beaten up recently? Not because it's a terrible company. Jim Cramer was completely wrong. He said you should dump all your J&J. I think I've got a video on that as well. Go and check about that. And ever since Jim Cramer sold it, it's been going up. Jim Cramer was wrong. Jim Cramer is about making sensationalistic videos to get you to watch TV. I'm about not selling videos. I'm about getting everyone to watch my live shows to build a community. That's what I'm about. I'm not, it's great you watch my videos, but it's not about that for me. It's about building a real live audience. And to do that, I need to be the most honest, real channel on YouTube TV. I can't be all drama and nonsense like Jim Cramer can. I can't build a platform like that. It just wouldn't be right. Anyway, J&J has been down primarily under a cloud because of litigation. Litigation is now getting sorted. They could have paid it off a long time ago. However, they're trying to do what's right for the business. Now they've realized it's got too low, and now it's getting solved step by step. Warren Buffett sold it. Ever since he sold it, it's been going up. I don't know why he'd sell it, to be quite honest with you. I've explained why I think he probably did in my full Warren Buffett review, but go and check it out. I think J&J is without doubt the best pharmaceutical company in the world. It's a dividend king. Its dividend is fantastic. It's increased it every single time for over 60 years, and no reason why it's going to stop anytime soon. It was oversold. Remember, though, that Coca-Cola and J&J are used as sources of funds. Old money, big money, real money, rich money. Bought it years ago for a penny to the dollar. Not where we're buying it today. Hence why you shouldn't follow what Warren Buffett does, because what Warren Buffett does is the very opposite of what you should be doing. Not necessarily the opposite, but just because he owns or buys something isn't a reason for you. In my opinion, J&J is still a great buy because I'm still down on it 2.81. So clearly you can buy it for less than I can overall. However, I've bought it down in the 130s was my lowest, but to bring my average down, I'd need to buy a lot more. I've bought $24,000, and for me, that makes up 25% of my main portfolio. I'll just share with you. Look, 25% of my main portfolio. You couldn't get more bullish than that, really, could you? A quarter of my portfolio, and that's using margin at 8% as well. So it tells you how bullish I am. I believe the company is solid. Its balance sheet is fantastic. I've done a review on it, and I think Warren Buffett is wrong for selling it, but he's also right because his strategy and his position in life is very different than mine. So he's got reason to sell it, even though that doesn't mean that you should sell it if you are a small investor like me. Anyway, there you go. Go and check out my Coca-Cola, my Warren Buffett video, and I'll put them both over here as well. I'll put the Warren Buffett and Coca-Cola video over there. Go and check it out. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Okay, time to go. Please review LLAP. Steve Wall, you are a member of my channel, so yes, I can do that for you. We'll put it at the bottom of the list. It's about 2 weeks out. You can always bump it to the top with a super chat if you want to. Steve Wal wants to review LLAP. What is LLAP? Let's just make sure that I know I've got the right one. LLAP. Make sure I'm in the right stock. LLAP. Is that correct? Terran Orbital. Just confirm. I've got it on the screen. Terran Orbital for you. It's at the bottom of the list right now, but you can bump it up to the top should you wish to do so. If you do more than $1.19, which is Benjamin Perez SYM, it will go to the very, very top of the list and be done this afternoon. But you'll need to do more than $1.99, which is what Benjamin Perez just did. And then he will go into second place. Is that the right one? Just wanted to make sure. Right, I'm going to get out of here. We've done Day Trader of the Day. Just say to me that's the right stock, just so I know. Oh, hang on. I just... took it away a minute. Duplicate it, do it again. What was it? LLP, whoops. Terran Orbital. Let me just write that down. Make sure that it's the right one. I'm sure you'll confirm by the end of the video. You've got a minute to go as I roll the credits. Let me delete that. Take that out of there. Okay, right, we are done. We're out of here. Thank you very much indeed. I'm done. See you all in a bit. Let's roll the credits. Let's get out of here. And we'll see you about this afternoon breaking. Obviously, all those videos will come out shortly as well. NVIDIA earnings. What's the poll looking like? Would you join me after hours? 40% of you, so about 30 of you are interested in it. I wonder if I should bother. Okay, I'll have a little look at it. I haven't decided whether I should do it yet or not. Okay. Most of my audience don't want to see it. Okay. Let's roll the credits. Let's get out of here. And we're done. Thank you ever so much indeed. Roll the credits. Let's rock and roll down the road. See you, Martin. Cheers, Seth Houston. Thank you very much, mate. Stars of our show. Subscriptions. Tran Yuan Troing and Super Black Ice. Super chat from Benjamin Perez. Thank you very much indeed. Always... thank you very much indeed, Jose. I've got Jose's competition to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the NVIDIA earnings. I've got so much to do. I don't think I can. Rastilian over there on the likes for TikTok. This is Rastilian over there on TikTok. Let me share with you on the screen. There he is. He's tapping the screen. My top liker. He hasn't got a badge yet. See the little gold star. Become a subscriber, and if you want to grow on TikTok, I will tag you in my viral videos and invite everyone to follow your TikTok account. I have nearly 38,000 followers. If you click the little star up there when it pops up, and if you do that, I will tag you in my viral videos, and you will become one of my my Luca badge owners, and I will promote your channel. All right, that's it from me. Thanks ever so much, guys. Thanks for joining me. 3,000 likes to 2,800 likes on TikTok today. Thanks ever so much. Cheers. And the portfolio is rising. Let me get my face in there. There we go. Logging into my own account. I need to put my face in. 56, 57. Right. We could be at 58,000 today with everything going up so quickly as it is. It's only Virgin Galactic letting me down, but that's fine. I can live with it. That's it from me. Do dooby doo doo, shoot dooby dooby doo wah, be dooby doo doo dooby doo wah. Join us on the show today. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves, your money, your crypto. Most importantly, as always, See you back later on. Thanks for the review. You're very welcome. Take care of each other. Liam, when you see the video post later on, do a comment underneath. If you do a super thanks, it'll highlight it. I'll pin it, and then YouTube will promote the video to more people. That's it from me. See you back in a bit. Look out for the premieres. Bye-bye for now.